To unmute us. Hello and welcome to Fate of Isen Book 2. But we're not doing Book 2 today. We are doing a special live one-shot with special guests because it wouldn't be Halloween with Isen if we didn't do a Whistles adventure. Now, I am aware that Halloween was yesterday, but like, come on, really, are you complaining that we're back? You know? Just saying. So, we are, if you are here for the first time, we are a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast made by a bunch of Kiwi comedians from Whanganui-a-Tara, Aotearoa, Wellington, New Zealand. We kōrero paki, we tell some jokes, and we have a whole lot of fun along the way. Now, that would be usual, but again, I have some different people here with me tonight. So I'm very excited. They aren't all comedians from Whanganui-a-Tara. I am. But these guys here, no. So what we're going to do is we're going to get them to say a little bit about themselves. As I throw their name at them, they're going to tell you a little bit about them, a little bit about who they're bringing to the table today, and then we're going to get started on our adventure. I'm very excited. All right, so I haven't told them who's going first, so I'm just going to pull a name out of a hat. Whoa, hat. Okay, so Erica. Erica, topical. Erica is going to be playing Hatta, the Harrigan Barbarian. Would you like to tell us a little bit about you, Erica, and a little bit about him? Sound? Are we getting you? Because that would change things. Okay. 2 seconds, caller. Let's see if I can fix this on the fly. Why is this happening? It shouldn't be happening. How's that? Try again.
Mic check 1 2. Yeah, you know.
I'm waiting for chat to tell me.
Yeah.
Because I think it
I
does,
hear Erica.
right?
There we go. Nice. All right. Sweet. Amazing. That's the delay for all of you all as well. That's the delay we're dealing with. Gotcha.
Apologies, Crow. Someone's been on my computer changing my sound settings. Paul!
Sure, it
It's
wasn't
going to get a
loosely, just
right
tap,
short
tap,
sharp. Anyway. So, Erica, why don't you start again by telling us about... So, the miracle of editing, this will have never happened when we release it. Yeah. So,
Rewind.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about Hatter, him, and Erica, you?
I'm Erica. I'm playing Hatter, the Harengon Barbarian, or Bunny Barian. He very recently joined to Whistler Whistles. Sort of saw my two compatriots and wanted to race one of our compatriots who will introduce them shortly. Thought it was very, very cool.
Nice. And speaking of cool, we're gonna move on to something super metal. Alan, do you want to talk to us about who you are and bring up Kara, our Warforged 4 Elements monk?
Yeah, kia ora whānau. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Wait, should we wait for the chat?
Yeah, it's good. I
Yes!
can see a bar bouncing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huzzah! I'm Alan Henry. I'm a thoroughly strange person. I'm an actor, and I do a lot of performance capture and motion capture for film and television. I play the principal on After the Party on New Zealand television. I was Koki the Bear in Cocaine Bear. I was King Kong in Godzilla vs. Kong. And I love tabletop RPGs, and I'm playing Kara. They are a Warforged monk, 4 elements monk. They were designed to essentially be a helpful construct on a local farm like homestead, but have since been released from that job and have joined the Whistle Whistles to kind of experience exactly what life is. Kara is very naive, but they are very interested in not only the Whistle Whistles, but this adventure we're about to go on.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And speaking of adventure, your last party member is someone who has been through with us through many Eisen adventures and has yet to be on her own one. So Amy, I'm really excited to have you not just in the moderator chat, but actually in an adventure. So excited. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do other than moderating, and a little bit about Jam Coxbury, who you're bringing along?
Hi, yes. So normally I'm in the chat waving my sword. I'm still in there tonight. You do not have free reign chat. I am still watching. But I am also a colorist on the internet. I color in adult coloring books, not spicy, adult, actual adult coloring books. Let's clarify that. But it's also about creating like a really fun, safe space to just enjoy and relax. But tonight I'm playing possibly the problem. I don't know. James Cogsbury is a fairy artificer whose wings are unfortunately broken, so she uses the combat wheelchair to maneuver around. She left her hometown to join this adventuring party because of an incident involving a spoon, broccoli, glasses, a bear, and the town's mayor. She legally cannot talk about it, and now is on the road travelling around to try and make her way in the world and enjoy making her inventions, which is generally just sticking the wand of pyrotechnics into stuff.
Well, crew, I think I thought that I was going to have an easier time with special guests. This crew is going to be in full competition for Chaos Crew, I think. And I'm excited to see what happens. So, let's reveal our adventure tonight. Because tonight finds our heroes, or heroes to be. They are part of a hero guild, though. They are one of the elite Whistle Whistles. Now, how long they have been with the adventuring guild, the Whistle Whistles, that will have to be revealed as we go along, and why they have joined the Whistle Whistles still remains to be seen. But we know that the Whistle Whistles are an adventuring guild who are called upon when things get rough, usually. But we find our players just having dealt with a mission. What was the mission that you just got done finishing up?
Did we Did we discuss this? We didn't discuss this. Did
We didn't actually discuss this. We discussed other stuff that we'd done, but not what we were actually last doing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
got up to the line and then stopped right at the line of discussing it.
yeah.
Mm.
I feel like maybe it was just your classic rats in a basement, but we got down there, the rats were giant, and we're like, oh,
Massive.
this is awesome. And so
Yeah.
we just started setting up races and turned it into like a competitive event. And now instead of clearing out the basement, it's an actual place where people are coming and like partying and watching these giant animals race.
Yeah, it's an
Nice.
event now.
We
Yeah.
I've
created
been
a
taking
business.
bets.
Yeah,
I'm
we
taking
created
bets.
a
I'm
business.
taking money.
Yeah, yeah. Perfect. So, as part of the standard Whistle's contract, you would have been given a room for the night at the end of the adventure so that you could rest up and relax, and the standard contracting fees, of course. So, flush with money, well rested, feeling good about your latest adventure, you realize that you're very near to one of the latest tourist attractions to open in Isen. Now, one of you is very excited about this particular tourist attraction, which has been nicknamed Mech Amusement. So who here is the one that's like super like the nerd about Mech
Can we
Amusement?
go? Can we 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 go?
Jam,
Go.
this,
Go.
that seems familiar.
There's like creatures like you, Kara, like big, massive robots and scary, scary rides. Like there's a roller coaster, there's a haunted house, and
Oh.
it's just so cool. Oh my gosh! And the owner is like my idol. Please, can we go? 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 Can we go?
Sure. Yeah.
Did you say roller coaster? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go? Can we go?
Can we go?
What? I'm not. Wait.
Kara, say yes.
Are you asking me? Yes. Are you
Well,
asking me
wonderful.
for permission? Great. Okay. Sounds good.
So,
And yeah, as we walk, Kara's like, why would they allow a house to remain haunted? That seems like a problem. Is that why we're going?
Go get some
we will.
rides. Go get some snacks. Gonna go up
Yes.
the roller coaster, down the roller coaster, gonna
Yes.
loop de loop.
Oh
I'm
my
so
gosh.
excited.
Good.
Maybe
Good.
I can meet Cybertic as well. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He can like totally help me with my inventions as well.
Who's that?
The owner, the inventor, the greatest person that ever lived in Isen. Like, you know, made the theme park, made all the rides, and like started out just like making fun stuff for kids, like I do, you know, but like not just putting the wand of pyrotechnic into stuff, which is gonna work one day.
Is there more
Sure.
or less jam when he does it?
It was one time.
I'm sorry I missed it. I really wanted to see it. More jam.
So, and in this way, our adventurers have made their way to our Tech Thrill Park, our Burtex Mech Amusement. And we find our adventurers again, having convinced each other to go, apparently, currently waiting in the queue for the most exalted ride of the park, the roller coaster ride. Now, this is no ordinary roller coaster ride, and obviously Jam would know all about this, not only because Jam has probably read a million reviews about this, because the park has been open for a couple of months now. So,
Of
people
course,
have
and Mech
been-
Amusement Monthly, like it's just part and parcel of every amusement fan and technologist's inventions, amazingness. Ah.
Yeah. And so Jan would know all about the Raging Seas, which is the name of the roller coaster, because all good roller coasters have names, of course. So the Raging Seas is supposed to be like the roller coaster. You hop in like a little mini boat and you go around and you explore the ocean, but while being on a roller coaster, like cute theme, right? So you guys have parked up here because it's well known that the Raging Seas has massive queues, and so you had to get there really early, park up for your spot, wait for the doors to open. So that's where we find our adventurers as they're like getting really near the time of door open. Like it's gonna be any minute now. You guys are right at the front because you camped out there all night and probably scared off a few of the people that tried to get in your way. So you find yourself at the front. What are you guys like talking about or thinking about? What are you hoping to find in this park? Because it's like, so think traditional sort of adventure theme park. What do you think your characters would be drawn to here?
I think Kara is probably just watching Jam for like all of the cues and trying to copy them.
Yeah. Trying to live that life vicariously. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kara has no idea. So Kara's like, oh, I see. So when we arrive at this place, okay, so I should bounce up and down. Very well.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I'm just imagining like little
Like
Jam
Kara-
like bouncing
Yeah.
in the wheelchair, little wings flopping around,
Yeah.
and then just Kara like boof, boof, boof,
Yeah.
boof, boof.
Yeah, Kara's like a 6'4" stone and metal like construct. With kind of like these glowing blue eyes. It's just like.
I love it.
And actually enjoying it, been like, this is nice.
Yeah, like is this the ride? It's
Yeah,
good.
this is very stimulating. Excellent.
Yeah.
And we haven't even had to pay for this. This is fantastic.
Oh dear.
I was going to say, Jam is totally sitting there in their wheelchair, and as an artificer, I get to tinker with mundane things. So the wheelchair is like pimped, like instead of like making magical rocks that glow or something, it's like all on the wheelchair. We have our WW for whistle whistles, but then like these like innate sounds. It's a party bus pimped out wheelchair, and so I'm sitting there and I'm like fully, those kids with the really low rise, loud music pumping by your house at 2 a.m. in the morning, and that's me going, I want to ride the ride, I want to ride the ride, and you're just hearing, I want candy, doof, 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 doof.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I think on the way there, at some point, Kara has like just reached out, like grabbed a handful of cotton candy out of the machine and just been like, rah, rah, rah.
Yes.
Live it up, Cara, live it up. Oh,
Absolutely.
this is what dreams are made of.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everybody seems really great. Like, apparently this park is run by a lot of constructs and things like that, different clockwork animated objects and that, but you haven't really seen any so far, as far as you can tell. Like, the lady who was there at the cotton candy stand was all very like, hello, yes, come, yeah, help yourself, because you did actually pay when you came in, but it's sort of a...
Oh, we did? Yeah, okay, yeah.
It covers
Okay,
you for like a certain amount of rides and a certain amount of food and stuff, so you kind of got tokens for days. You can just,
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, it's been lovely. Everybody's been very friendly. Like, even though the park's, still like 7 o'clock in the morning when you came through or whatever, lining up for the queue and stuff. But it's about to be 9 o'clock. And that's when the excitement's about to happen, Is Hatter excited for anything in particular, just before we move?
I think while everyone's sort of been there, Hannah's kind of like dashed off to different stalls and has come back with like an armload of just things, and it's just again just fidgeting and just helping, and there's like the little like kids pop-it things that he's just like, I gotta just so much excitement built up.
There'd definitely be a lot of little clockwork wind up things as well, because that's where Cybertex that it started, is on those kind of basic little clockwork, so there's a lot of that sort of stuff around to be won as prizes and buy as souvenirs and that kind of thing.
Armloads of it.
Any little clockwork like creature or thing that you bring, Kara will try and talk to it.
Yeah.
Kara will be like, hello, how are you?
And these ones just have set phrases, like motion response or whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah, just being like, it is a good day, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I have said it was a good day. I've told it was a good...
Every once in a while, I use magical tinkering to have the little thing reply a message.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah.
And I think while you're talking to the first one, Heather's just handing you multiple at intervals, so you're getting all of them. Kind of like when you put things in a shopping basket when no one's looking. Just you're so distracted. He's just adding more.
I think Kara's probably like, oh, okay, and like placing them like
Yes.
Magnetizing.
yeah. Excellent.
As much as
These
I
are
would
my
love,
these are my new friends.
as much as I would love to stay in this queue with you guys, because that sounds like so much fun. The doors are actually open to this ride at this point. And so there is a lady kind of behind a half counter. She's looking at, tickets and bands and things like that, making sure everybody is able to ride this ride. And it's like, oh yes, come on, ride the raging seas. Arr! Like there's a lot of sort of bad pirate talk.
Let's go.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
I think Kara very naively is like, you are a pirate.
and the little like person behind the counter leans forward and goes, yes, I am. Arr! Do you know where the treasure is?
I know where many treasures are, yes.
Arr, that's good. You're not a pirate without the treasure. Go forth, be a pirate on the raging seas today,
Yep, excellent. Kara just turns and is like, huzzah!
Yeah. And,
Jam, she called me a pirate.
Yeah. And I should mention at any point during the park, if you're curious about whether animated like thing or person, you can ask the question, and we'll do some checks and we'll do some suss out, because probably I feel like Hatter and Kara wouldn't know this, but Jam would. Apparently almost everything is, almost everything is run on animated clockwork magic sort of combination. So Jam would probably be looking around quite curious, but the two of you,
There was a
were
secret
acting like
map.
normal,
There was a secret map in the Mech Amusement Monthly that is like, if you go here and look at this exact angle, you'll see this and this and this in terms of how this works and stuff like that. So it's like the elite map of where to actually go to truly see how the theme park works.
Yeah.
Easter eggs, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
for
as
the
you're
real
like,
fans.
yeah, so you're going through, and it's traditional like SQ, so you have to go through all of the, even though you're the first. So are you guys like running through this to get to the little, you can actually see, it's like a little mini ship with 3 seats on it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Any opportunity to race.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
Heather's going.
let's have our first roll of the game.
Yeah.
Yes.
As we figure out, you tell me how it is that you're trying to, we'll play this a little bit like a skills challenge, but very, very minor one, how you're trying to get in front of everybody else. What skill are you using? You tell me, and we'll roll it up, see how you go.
Ooh.
Well, to start it off, which I don't know if this will help me or not, I could rabbit hop 15 feet to
Nice.
have a jumping start.
Nice. Yes.
I'm hopping off.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely. So you like bounce out. Should we call this either athletics or acrobatics to see how this bounce goes, as you realize that you can bounce, but there's also a lot of railings and rope and things going on. So
Cool.
yeah,
We will do athletics.
perfect.
Nice.
It's not great. It's a 10. It's
A
pretty
10.
average.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a 10 could be the highest yet. We don't know. So
Maybe.
a 10 kind of clumsily hops off, sort of probably bumps into a few ropes underneath some that you didn't mean to go underneath. You meant to go over. It's that kind of a look. Yeah. Perfect. Who's up next?
I think Kara sees what's going on and starts to run, but then very quickly realizes that some of their new friends might fall off, so like slows down and starts like trying to like bundle them in their arms.
I love it.
So probably, I mean, yeah, Kara they have a running speed of like 50 feet, so.
Yeah. Do we want to go with like a survival to try? And...
I mean, yeah, or it could even be like a dexterity check or something. Just to try
Just to try and like make
Not
sure that
drop
you make
any.
it without dropping your friends. Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
Don't drop me.
I will not, little clockwork penguin. That is a 14.
Okay. You probably are so distracted with trying not to drop your friends, you miss the fact that Hatter got taken out by a rope or whatever and got slowed right down. Otherwise, I imagine Kara probably would stop, so you just keep going, because you're distracted by your friends. Yeah, and you managed to get them there. Yeah.
Excellent.
What's happening with Jam?
So Jam knows what to do here. They would like to pull out their alchemy jug. And, of course, got to have an alchemy jug. And summon a pile of oil to just have that spread all over the place. Yes. And then they're going to start zooming. And when they get to the corner, slam down their handbrake, do a 180, use the momentum to go forward, other handbrake, flip around again, and just skid the whole way.
Perfect.
That's why I tripped. I wasn't prepared for the oil.
All right. So, yeah, that's true. Are we thinking this is like a dex check type thing, or like a nature to skate on oil, or what are we? How are we playing this?
I'll do a dex check.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm pretty skilled with the wheelchair.
I like it.
Confidence, Be confident.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
This is why you should be confident. That's a natural 20!
Oh!
Okay.
I am not slowing down in this park. This is my dream. I have to be the best here.
Yeah. So absolutely, you skate straight on to the little wee boat, and right as you skate on, one of the seats drops. And it makes way for the wheelchair spacing. Automated. It senses the extra room needed and just...
Perfect. Slam down the extra bait, pivot on my razor edge, and then back myself into place, lock both handbrakes, and then be like, so, you coming?
Yeah. And everybody, and next is Kara, with all the friends, and then as Hatter. Yep.
Hey, look, I found a rock.
Watch the rest of my rolls go down from here.
So, seeing as Jam is first into the boat, which seat did Jam choose? There are 3 seats available on this ship, and each of them do something different. Whether you probably, again, know this because you've read about it beforehand. So, one of them is at the wheel. The other one is at the mast and looks like it has something to do with the sails. And one of them is at the cannons.
Oh. Wow, I'm taking the wheel because I'm all about vehicles.
Perfect.
Kara will go by the mast because Kara is the tallest.
That makes sense. Which leaves
Which
Hatter
gives
with the cannons.
gives the Bunbarian the cannons.
That makes sense to me. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, you
very
sit
excited
down.
for the cannons.
Yeah, you sit down in this wee little ship. And you see the figure in the window. It's the same figure pops up in another window now facing you and is like, have fun on your adventure. Good luck, pirates. I hope you bring back the treasure. And
Huzzah!
You feel the little hook as it grates and grabs onto the track and then starts moving. Very Halloween ride in a fair. You see these clunky doors kind of open. You mosey on through them and they close behind you. The scene that you're now looking at all around you, you're kind of in a box, if you like, but it's nicely decorated. This one here seems to be all lovely with seagulls above you, and there seems to be a lovely sort of swaying kind of pieces of metal and fabric ocean around you. So
nice.
It's sort of all moving, and and you can see a dolphin swim up and down, and all of these sort of things, all these mechanical things moving around you. And there's a voice that says, "Welcome, pirates. Time to find the treasure. Is there danger ahead? We'll have to wait and see, but take your time to enjoy the beauty of the ocean." And then there's lovely noises all around you. Do you play with the ship at this point? Because it's pretty chill, this bit. It seems nice and undulating and lovely right now. Yeah, do you do anything with
I do the essential thing. I, of course, first up, I use
Yes.
Druidcraft to make it look like one of the birds is taking a poop, and then point out that the birds are pooping.
Okay. I will do it.
I have some real life feelings about that.
I didn't do it on any of you. I make it happen on the boat. I'm not that mean.
Oh, dear.
You know, they say it's a good luck sign. We're obviously in the best boat.
It's true.
Serious boat. Fun boat.
Yes.
Yeah, I
This-
think,
yeah.
Kara is probably trying to figure out how the mast works.
Yeah. So there seems to be like a rope there, which stays sort of attached, but you can kind of pull it. And the sails come down and unfurl, and it seems like your little ship on the roller coaster track goes a bit faster. Yeah. So it looks like pulling down the sails speeds up, pulling up the sails slows you down a bit. Yeah. So you can kind of
good.
play around with that as you're,
Excellent. Do we want to go faster or slower?
Faster.
Very well.
Faster?
Always faster.
Yeah.
Can I try turning the wheel and see if maybe we can go off-road or off-water or off-track? Or...
Yeah, like
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean,
you're
off-track
doing.
is kind of common.
Heading
yeah,
off beast.
As you go to turn the wheel, there's like a click to begin with as it moves, and then the wheel spins freely, and so does your cart. So you spin kind of around like this, so you can sort of teacup yourself around on the track. Yeah, so your little ship is pointing in different directions. Yeah.
Yes.
Right, left, right, left,
Yeah.
right, left.
Are there cannonballs near the cannon?
Yeah, there are actually. So
Yes.
the cannon's just like about this size, and there's a wee little ball next to each cannons, and there's 2 cannons on either side of you. So I mean, not 2 on either side, 1 on each side, 2 cannons total. Yeah, and there's a little ball that seems to have popped out, much like a bowling ball kind of collection underneath. Yeah, yeah.
Can I pick it up?
Mhm. Yep.
Amazing. I just really wanted it.
Yeah. Yeah. You
What
can.
explosives are in there?
Yeah, it looks like you can open up the back of the cannon. I mean, I know that's not how you normally load them or whatever, but, you know, it's like a weird kind of flop back, put the ball in, flop it, and then it looks like there's a wee little red button at the top of, like, the fuse so that you can press...
We've
Yeah,
loaded.
yeah.
Just as like, watch this!
Yeah, and so as you press the little red button, there's a wee little orange light that glows down, and like a black light follows it, so like trying to hide the fuse or whatever as it disappears into the cannon. And then there's this puff of smoke that comes out the end, but there is a moment right as you like load it that you see a little laser dot way out, like where it's kind of pointing.
Pointing out?
Yeah, so like where, and you could move it around and point the laser dot at different
cool.
things. And then there's like a wee little puff of smoke, and then the ball kind of rolls back out and sort of bloop, you know? So it sort of has that effect. Yeah. So yeah. You
Wasn't as
probably
explosive.
yeah.
That's kind of disappointing. We could probably zhoosh it up. Like, I have a bunch of stuff in my backpack.
Throw your wand in it.
What if I want that?
Make it better.
Oh, I can put the charge in it. We can do a delayed charge. Like, I'll load it in there and then, yes!
Let's
Can
do
we
it.
put a charge from the wand of pyrotechnics into one of the cannonballs, please?
Oh. Okay, yes, you can.
Yay!
Cool. So Kara
So excited.
Kara will hold the sail and then like reach back and kind of clasp the wheel as well.
Yeah.
Just be
Thank you,
like,
Kara. Give me key.
Yes. And so, as you're kind of figuring all of this out, you probably miss the moment where, as you reach the other door, because you're going fast, there is a pause point, like almost catching up on normal time for if you'd been going slowly or whatever, and then the doors open, and then you go through, and the doors close again. This scene here goes that you're probably still doing all of this, because it's fairly quick, right? You know, like, it's not, yeah. So you're mucking around doing all of this while it's like, there's a voice over the top saying, the seas are changeable. It looks like storm is coming. And then it's like your ride starts getting a lot more rock and rolly and jerky, and you're sort of moving around. And yeah, there's all this movement happening. Yeah. And you can probably kind of figure out all of that stuff in that moment as you're playing. You do notice that the storm seems to affect you less if the sails are up versus, if you're trying to go full speed through the, weather and stuff like that. So there's like all sorts of different things you can play around with and figure out.
Cool.
And then you hear the voice this time as the doors open. What's that? A rival pirate ship on the horizon? Treachery on the seas! Get 'em, pirates, get 'em! And there's just like a...
Oh, we can fire it at the pirate ship!
So it punts you through the door, right? So you can kind of see this happening. And you can actually see now an animatronic pirate ship. And it's a lot bigger than yours. Like it's actually a full-size galley at a bit of a distance to you, and you can see
just compensating for the animatronics.
100%. At least you're pretty sure it's animatronic.
Do we need to make this cannonball more powerful? Like, I have ball bearings, I have magic stones. Like, what else are we putting in here?
I love the fact that Jam's a fan of this park, but is also like, let's blow it up for real.
I'm playing part. It's telling me to attack the pirate ship. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm into it. So yeah, you can see this big pirate ship. And there's figures walking around on it, and they're going, attack, hoist the Jolly Roger. Like there's a whole lot of, action going on the ship as your little pirate ship comes through and on the track. It looks like it's going to do a loop, get quite close to it, and then sort of disappear out the other side again. So what are you guys up to? Looks like you have, for sakes, a turn to tack this ship.
Cool. Yeah, Kara will just look at Jam and say, "Are you going to shoot it?"
Yeah, that's what they told us to do. We have to attack. Here we go, Hatter. It's ready to go.
So excited. Push it in. Do you want to do the button, or should I?
You
made it.
I trust you. You have fun.
Also, someone's got to line up the ship, so it's really
Yeah.
you're just like...
No, that's that's. Do you want me to? Should I?
No, it's okay. I can take over this now.
Okay.
Perhaps we should put the sails up and slow down a little bit so we can get like the perfect shot because there's only one.
Yeah.
Oh, very well. Yep.
And I will
Hatters
start.
just doing happy little hops next to it, just waiting.
Yeah.
If we get close, maybe I could jump aboard their ship.
Yes.
Very well.
Board the ship.
Yep. So yeah, Kara will just maneuver, I guess, next to Hatter.
Yeah. I love how
Just
seriously
like
you guys are
just
taking
like
this.
one foot on the rail, like ready to jump, just like.
You realize that there is one more rope attached to your little pirate ship that is like the mockery of swinging out, but it's because it's a lot shorter. Wouldn't really.
It's like...
yeah. So as you get closer to this pirate ship, you see that they are going and fire. And again, very similar to your ship, you can see what looks to be a fuse kind of coming down, and then there looks to be a big puff. But in this instance, there is a big black ball heading towards your ship. Yeah.
Oh, would you say that this is possibly some sort of missile?
I would say that this
Excellent.
is
So yeah,
some sort of
Kara would see that and then be like, "Oh," and drop into a defensive stance and get ready to deflect missiles.
I love it. I love it.
Like Poe in Kung Fu Panda.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
So good. Okay, so everybody is waiting. Does Hatter take the shot at the same time as this, like, big cannonball is flying at your ship?
Yeah. Are we ready?
I will do my best to line up the boat to give the clearest. Yep.
It does mean that you're going to have to go broadside to their galley, which does give them more side to hit yours. So
I believe in Kara to get that other missile.
Catch.
Yeah,
They're gonna
I
catch
know
it.
our
Beautiful.
team. I know how awesome we are.
Yeah.
We've got this, and I will make sure and be like, when I know like the angles, we've got a good 45 to a 30 with like a little bit of deflection. Yep, and just be like, fire!
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So Hannah, roll me some kind of an attack roll with like a throwing-y type, whatever you have on your sheet, something that works. And Car, do you have to roll anything to catch missiles? I actually haven't played a monk before.
So when normally if I would take damage, I can basically reduce the damage by 1d10
Oh, I love
plus
it.
8.
Okay, cool.
And
so,
if I reduce the damage to 0, then I've caught it and I'm holding it and I can deflect.
What I'm going to get you to do for me is roll me a perception check. As this thing is coming towards you to kind of line up, like pay real attention to what's happening. Yeah. How did we go, Hedda?
Do I get advantage? I mean, it's not terrible, but...
No, I think we can argue with advantage because your team's helping you. It's literally a magical thing that shouldn't be fired out of this cannon, but sure, let's go with it. I'm into it.
Extra firepower.
I love it.
Let's have a look then. 13 was the highest.
Okay, 13. And what did we get for perception?
17.
Okay,
Nice.
So a few things happen all at once. Your shot goes off. You line up that little laser dart on the cannon. The shot goes off, and an actual charge comes out, which does actually explode the end of this animated cannon, which is not designed to hold an actual charge. Just
Yes.
This is the greatest day of my life!
And a charge of energy goes rushing towards this galley. Right as Kara realizes that, yes, this cannonball is coming towards you, but it does also seem to have a string that goes upwards and is connected to the roof thing. And is slowly lifting, like it's probably designed to like come close but not actually hit. And give you like a whole and it seems to have like a web of track up there actually, so it's probably designed to like animatedly definitely miss you, like be very computer clever type level, but without computers and Isen, you know, like very smart in terms of how it operates depending on how fast you're going, where your ship is, blah blah. So you see and register all of that as you're like getting ready to catch this like missile, which is definitely going to hit you guys. And I don't know what you say or do at that moment when you realize that, because the charge is still definitely heading out. There is no way to stop that. Like,
no, I think as far as Kara is concerned, it's like we have to attack this ship, and looking up and seeing all the clockwork and stuff, and being like, oh well, that's interesting, and then just like basically they put their hand up, and the ball's like gunk.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then
it just goes. And then it goes back to the galley.
I'll kind of turn to Hatter, I guess, just as the energy smashing.
Yeah, so like you see like the ball kind of start its journey back on the track or whatever above your head, which you're clearly not kind of supposed to see. There's some clouds and stuff, but you were paying attention, you know? As poof! Like, it's a massive head goes off on the galley, and you see all these figures go, we're under fire! Men overboard! And they seem to be reacting to this quite well, you know, so like figures are diving off the ship and like diving into the ocean, which sort of isn't there also because you're on a roller coaster, and so if you look over and you look hard, there's like quite a lot, like a long drop, so things are sort of like crashing down, and if you're looking really closer you can see nets underneath, and they're sort of being caught and bounced in the nets and stuff like that as they're like diving out, and you just have enough to see all of that as the doors open once more and close again behind
teamwork.
Yeah,
perfect teamwork. We nailed that, just like we do with every mission. We are the best team ever.
You say as behind you hear a voice say, "Oh no! Who let the Kraken out?" And just like just this massive roar, like as just tentacles everywhere coming out all around your pirate ship. One of them comes crashing down on the track and looks like it takes the track clean out. Again, with your 17 perception and sort of being a little bit aware of what's happening right now, you see the tentacle come down, take the track out, and then a clear come back in. So it still looks like a gap, but your like ship is going to go rocketing towards like a gap in the track and be fine. You know?
Yeah. Could I? I think Kara looks back. Is Jam are Hatter and Jam just like? Are they? How invested are you two in this?
Oh, fully.
Yeah.
Fully into role playing. She is starting
Excellent.
to pull things out and just look at you and go, "Is it time for Big Kara to fight a big kraken?"
And Kara sees what's happening and then like decides to like buy into the game and basically turns around and is like, the track has been destroyed. The ship is going to go down. What are we going to do?
Yeah. So,
Big Kara!
yeah.
Enlarge.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay.
That's what you meant. Oh, all right.
I love the idea that you've done this before, and so it's like, it's time for Big Kara.
Yeah.
It's this tiny little ship.
Yep. As basically the Iron Giant turns around like, you stay, I go.
Yeah. And what happens right as you go to do that, right? Because, like, this whole way through, yes, you know, like, it's been, like, intense and it's been, you know, all these things are happening, but it's all very clever and nothing is designed so far to come anywhere near you, right? So it is probably a giant surprise when, at this moment, one of the tentacles comes down and actually hits the back of the ship. Like, and just like takes out the back of the ship, and you feel it, like, and then there is a warning. There has been a disturbance on the track, and like voice come out, and
The Kraken's loose! The Kraken's gone wild! We have to destroy it!
Yeah, your little ship is still moving. You still have the track right now. It looks like something's happened to the track behind you. But you still have, you can see where the door would be to like open up and let you through or whatever. And then you hear the voice say again, "The nets have been disengaged."
There were nets on this ride?
Yeah.
This totally wasn't ever in any Mech Amusement Monthly.
Yeah.
We're getting like VIP treatment.
And the Kraken is still kind of going crazy with its tentacles when the last thing comes over the voices and says, "Please calmly use the nearest exit." And that's the last thing like you hear is everything kind of goes weird, orally like red, you know, different like security lights come up and stuff like that. And this Kraken hits, or looks like it's about to hit the ship again. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have large Kara, and you know definitely something is wrong. Like something has gone horribly wrong.
This is not the norm. This is not the norm. This is bad. This is bad. Flicking through like the Mega Monthly and be like, where is it? Where is it?
We're gonna roll a quick initiative.
Okie dokie.
To see where everybody's at, and then we're going to give everybody a go. Now, your ship is still relatively active, so you still have your cannons, you still have your mast currently, and you still have the ability to move on your track. So you can still speed up, slow down, blah, 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 but they will take your movement action because, so if you stay on the ship and use your movement to activate the ship, then you still have your bonus and your action. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay. Kara, what'd we get?
Kara got a 16.
Perfect. Jam, what'd you get?
Oh, me. Sorry. 21.
I use people's characters' names. Hannah, what did you get?
Forgot who I was playing.
The worst time for a nat 20 for a 25.
Nice. Well, I mean, we don't know that that's the worst,
an initiative.
right? Like, because
it could have been used somewhere else.
Well, I can tell you that you have all beaten my Kraken for initiative, so you're all going to get a turn. All right, so Hatter, you're up first.
Is the Kraken, like, how far away is, like, the main body of the Kraken?
Yeah, so its tentacles are mostly around you, but you could probably argue that it's a daring near miss of a leap away, you know? But, like,
Gotcha.
on the edge of the realms of possible. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's going to start climbing the mast.
Okay. Yep.
He's just going to start climbing up to as high as he can get in that turn. And then we'll leap off and bring down his Warhammer and just come down on top.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Roll me up that attack. It's this comes over.
23 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, that's a hit. Okay, so
Cool.
what does this look like as you do this leap at this thing and then hit? What how is that happening?
Yeah, so he's climbed the mast. Is it like a crow's nest?
Yeah,
Or-
totally.
yeah.
It is now.
Just because... Yeah, okay, thanks. Just to put him on the crow's nest so I can actually take the hammer off and then just jump off, double hand,
Nice.
Warhammer
Yeah.
down.
And you crack on down. How much damage do you do to this thing?
Crack on or crack-in down?
Oh.
Well done. Well done.
For this 5 damage. It's a
Okay.
little one.
Okay. Yeah.
A little hit.
And it's interesting, right? Because as you head down on it, you realize that this is like a little bit of sponge, and then there is a lot of gong underneath that hammer there. There is quite a lot of metal underneath there.
Yeah.
So
Did you hear that?
yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't like feel like you did heaps of damage there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I have a second attack.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So I gotta take another swing. For a 23 to hit.
Nice. Yes, definitely.
Rolled the same.
Okay. Perfect.
And that's 11 damage for that one.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Jam, you're up.
Perfect. I will turn to Kara and be like, you go, I got the ship. And I will like pull out a bunch of things from my backpack and like make sure that the mast is up, so we're going really, really slow, so I don't like go right ahead, and then use like another piton and some rope to lock the wheel in place and make sure that it's like staying straight on the track and can't be turned. I'm pretty much guessing this is going to be my entire turn, is just to secure the boat, but basically making sure we're going as slow as possible, as straight as possible, and I will make sure I stay up here, because it's going to be a bit of a mission for me to get down from the boat to get down there.
Yep,
So.
perfect. Yep, so you can easily spend your turn securing all of those things, which allows your friends to be able to use their turns to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, the cannons are still on the boat, so...
Okay. I do have a bonus action.
Yep.
Seeing the cannon, and there's still a few cannonballs around.
Oh, they keep popping back out. Apart from the one on that side which you exploded. So the other one is still there.
I will pick up 3 cannonballs and, with my bonus action cantrip, magic stone them.
Okay.
And be like,
Okay. I love it. All right, Kara, you're up. What are you up to, Kara?
Excellent. How close is the tentacle to the ship?
Oh, like tentacles are right there, like writhing all around your ship, and like
Yeah,
one of them
cool. just
took the back end of the ship out, which you do notice is sort of like stuck in there, and you can see some metal glinting under there, and yeah.
just so you're aware too, Ellen, you get advantage on strength checks, strength saving throws, and you deal an extra 1d4 damage.
Good. Cool. Okay. Well, in that case, I think Kara's going to head towards the back. Kara will kind of, I guess, step to the back, because now Kara's a large construct. And is basically just going to wind up and use Fist of Unbroken Air, and basically do like a swirl air forward, and the the creature has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
It's a DC 13.
Oh wow. I rolled a 1 on my die. I feel like that's bad.
Cool. Okay. So, so I'll spend 2 key points and basically just air punch this thing away.
Yeah. Cool.
And it takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage and gets pushed 20 feet and knocked prone, if that's a thing.
Yeah. Okay. So definitely takes damage. You see like more of this.
Yep.
Foam stuff comes ripping off it, so it's like almost just a robot, like arm kind of snake thing now. And then you see some of the mechanics sort of rip clear.
Yeah.
And it smashes against the wall because the walls are all quite close here. So you've sort of smashed it back into the wall from the door that you came from, and it crunches a bit, and then like drifts downwards and just sort of disappears. There's still a few other tentacles up, but you definitely get rid of one of the tentacles from crashing around and making things awful.
Cool.
Yeah,
awesome. Great. That's one attack. I have a second attack. If there is another tentacle nearby, I'll just punch that one.
Yeah.
Cool. So just swinging back fist, 24 to hit.
Yes.
And that is 10 plus another d4, 3, so 13 bludgeoning damage.
Cool. What is
and
this?
it's considered magical because of some of the tattoos that
Nice.
Kara got, that Jam suggested last time they were on an adventure.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so this one doesn't like get rid of the tentacle completely, but what does it look like when you give it some damage?
It's just like there's just like a big swinging back fist that kind of crunches into it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a bit of it's like all dented and gross now. And
Yeah.
Perfect.
And that's my turn.
Okay, now it's my Kraken's turn. It's totally fine that I'm using the stat block that way, guys. Like, what level?
That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Yeah.
What level are your characters again?
5.
5. Yeah. No,
Five,
this
no,
is.
5, yeah.
It's only a challenge 23, guys. I think we'll be fine.
It's fine.
I'm big Kara. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
every punch you do does an additional D4 at the moment. It's great.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
So technically, we're challenge rating 23. So.
So what actually happens here is this Kraken, I say Kraken because it's clearly not, but it is, it calls down upon its environment some little like rain sprays. If you're paying attention, you could see some sprinklers up above you, and there are little like crack of like an electricity in the air. And what actually happens is because the tentacles are too close, like they shouldn't be that close. The programming says not that close. What happens is its tentacle is lying on the track, and the crack that the tentacle is supposed to illuminate with actually catches the track and sets the whole track up with sparks of electricity. So dexterity saving throw from everybody either on the ship or on the Kraken. So I think that's everybody at the moment.
That's everybody.
Yeah.
Is this an effect that I can see? Wow, it's an effect that I can see.
Well, I mean,
I get advantage on those.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Yeah, you got advantage on that, yeah.
I'm not blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
No.
Nice. And it's not against being prone or anything like that by chance?
No, it's literally against like lightning damage, but it's not lightning, it's like a powered type thing.
21 for Kara.
Nice.
14.
Nice.
11. Oh, great.
No.
I'm going to be a Sims little bunny.
So
Are you just gonna...
Yeah, so Hedda definitely fails. The other two succeed, which means obviously you only take half damage. So, so at this point, full damage is 20 because it is full main power rushing through you right now. It should not be. Half damage is obviously 10. So you guys take 10 damage as this thing lights up the track and then lets go of the track, and then that passes, that connection stops. Yeah. Yeah, that happened.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
now
Does-
his head is go again. Yeah.
Does the lightning affect Big Kara? Because Big Kara has metal.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because it would sort of race through you. It definitely looks like it's racing through this thing too. Like it's, affecting its like, oh, that is the thing I'm supposed to tell you. So, as this happens, a little flap pops open on its chest, and you see the number 4 flashing like in red really big on its chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a concentration check and I maintain concentration.
Nice.
So we still have Big Kara.
Perfect.
Yep. Sweet. Excellent.
Okay. All right, Hedda, you're back up.
Yeah, Hedda thinking the first one was kind of like, oh yeah, this is still a game. Is a bit mad now. So he's
Yeah.
gonna rage.
That makes sense.
Oh,
That back foot's just gonna go like a rabbit does when it gets really, really mad.
Dum, dum, dum,
And then
dum, dum, dum.
yeah, thumping. And then he's
Let's
just gonna bring down another warhammer onto the Kraken.
I love it.
Nice. Yeah, Kara's like, oh, you've awoken the thumper now, Kraken. You're going down.
I'm hopping mad.
Prepare for the thumper. The
Fluff him
lightning. Fluff him up. Yes.
That is a 14 to hit.
A 14. It is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not hard to
Amazing.
hit this thing. It's very large and very here. Yeah.
For 11 damage.
Nice.
And second attack as well, same thing, warhammer.
Cool.
That's 13, so it might not hit.
No.
Yeah.
14 is the number.
Cool.
Perfecto. That number on its chest does not change. Just looks like it's taking a lot of dents and losing a lot of padding to make it look like a Kraken. So it's looking more and more like a crazy robot of RoboCop or something. I don't know.
Good.
Yes. Jam, you're up.
Cool. So Jam has a moment of inspiration and remembers in one of the monthly Mecha Amusement Monthly reviews where they were reviewing this ride, and they talked about some of the schematics that went into building these machines and how everything is like controlled from a central point. Like even though different bits have different elements that will be individually controlled, there's got to be something that powers everything centrally.
Correct.
So can I look around to see if there's like a power source or like a central point that would like, if anything, shut off the rain so we don't get electrocuted again?
Yeah. So, I mean, yes, because there's piping and all sorts of stuff coming from sort of everywhere. There seems to be like a sprinkler system in the roof that's doing this sort of effect. But looks like main controls are actually at the feet of the Kraken. It's not really a feet. It's sort of a lift to make it be up with you guys. So at the bottom end
Base.
of it, is like
Perfect.
so down where the roller coaster's legs kind of are too. So if you but you do know that the lady on the voiceover said the nets have been disengaged, and if you look down there, you no longer see the nets nicely grabbing just in case somebody falls out. They are just on the floor, discarded. Yeah.
Cool. All right. I will take the cannon that is now going to be loaded with one of the magic stone infused cannonballs, and I will aim directly for that point using the laser to line it up.
Perfect.
And then
Yeah, nice. Okay, so you as you fire this thing off, you see the laser pointer connect with the Kraken as well. And even as you fire it, you watch the number on the chest of the Kraken change to 3.
it's got 3 lives left.
Yeah, and then you like fire this thing off, and obviously it like fires out because it's not supposed to fire a real thing. It's supposed to be a puff of smoke and a thing. So you guys are making these things do. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
So it sort of like explodes out the other end again. You can just sort of see the little laser lights still sort of like flickering, like it's kind of working sort of out of the end. And it fires on down, and you do see sparks come up from some kind of a control panel, and the little crank.
That's its brain! Go for its brain!
It looks like it's kind of still in action, but having trouble, which is almost more dangerous, because as it flicks through, it takes off the top of the mast, and it sort of crunches down. And you do, now that you see the top of the mast come off, you see like a natural hinge point where the mast is clearly supposed to hinge and pretend to fall down at some point, but it's broken like above that, so it's like hinged and broken now. Yeah.
A bit of mending, they'll be fine. Bonus action, healing word to our bunny friend.
Thank you.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah, so all of that happens. Kara, you're up.
11 points back.
11? Fantastic. Thank you very much.
How far away is that control panel?
It's quite far down. Like, it is. It's because they use a lot of space here for illusion of ocean and, you know, all of that. So that would be a pretty gnarly drop. But I know you are a monk. I'm gonna roll for it and see what I roll.
To see how far away it is.
Apparently, I rolled a 9, so it's 90 feet, apparently. I rolled a
90
D10 to see how far down it would be.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is quite far.
that is quite far. It's beyond the range of anything I can throw. So what I will do then is I'll turn to Jam, and I'll say, Jam, you can keep firing this thing, and I'll reach up with my big Kara hand now and grab the mast and so I like hold it steady, and then like pull the sail down so we take off a bit faster.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So that's what I'll use my action to kind of stabilize the mast.
Yeah. Perfect. And so
and with the other hand, like scoop up my little friends. I'll be like, gather round, friends.
Yeah. Somehow your little clockwork things are still like.
They're like all across the deck, and I'm like, no.
Keys in their back. Some of them are like face down and kicking against the. Yeah.
There's a little man in a hat.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, come here.
So as you make the little ship that you're on, and obviously it's all tied up, so it's flying straight at the doors. And as you get there, it doesn't do the traditional like wait time, because usually it would wait. And you just kind of smash into the doors, and they like just fly open, and you come screaming out onto like a big old queue of these ships, which wasn't like this before when you came in. It was just like one ship, and then, but there's a big old queue, so you kind of smash into the back of all these like ships, and there's just no one here. And it's weird, right? Like when you were queuing up, it was a massive queue behind you of people with like chili bins and children, and like it was a lot. And there is what do you call that? Like I keep going to say detritus, but it's the word debris of like people who have fled in a hurry, and you're seeing that kind of thing, like dropped toys and leftover food, but there is no one in sight until you hear the voice of the "Well done, pirates! Did you enjoy your sail on the seven seas?"
Is it the same lady, or is it just
same
the voice?
Lady.
Same lady. Yeah. Kara's like, I think there's some problems here with the. I would like to. Do you have a formal complaint process?
We indeed wish all of our adventurers here in Mech Amusement to have a grand time, and if we have not met your requirements, we can indeed take a complaint. And she just seems really happy about it.
Yeah. Kara's like, oh well, that's nice. Turning back to the others, like, that's good.
Probably at this point you like shrink back down.
Yeah,
it only lasts a minute.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, so now Kara's like holding on to the top of the mast, like, I did not think this through. I'm just like, should I get down now?
So probably from Kara's point of view too, you can see sort of behind this lady, and it seems like she is only like half of a lady, and she's got like a wee little track that she goes between
Oh,
two
yeah.
windows on. But behind her seems to be a bank of, it looks to be some kind of a screen with a visual that's flickering. And a whole load of different like logbooks and stuff like that all scattered in there as well. So you see all of that.
Cool. Yeah, Kara will relay all of that.
Yeah, cool.
Does the
What do you guys
screen
do?
show like an overview of the park and where all the people are or anything like that, like a security monitor?
So it does indeed look like that, right? So what you're seeing is kind of being projected from a, it looks like a small metal item, and it's sort of projecting upwards, and it's flicking through a bunch of different images of different parts of the park. And it's just empty, some figures walking around, empty, a figure just walking into a wall over and over and over and over. And then you see a flash of a whole load of people looking scared, and all seem to be in some kind of a stone room with a lot of cobwebs and skulls like that, and then it flicks onwards onto other period, so you're just kind of seeing that flick. Yeah. They definitely seem to be figures, but mostly behind counters and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Kara, you can probably like drop it now. It's fine if it's broken. I think the whole thing's broken. But come here. Look. Okay, it's gonna cycle through. So like litter on the ground, bag flying by, empty roller coaster, empty shop with robot lady at the counter, people in a room. Another bag, broken burger. Yeah, we cycle around again, okay? I'm pretty confident that's a haunted house. Like, it's in one of the issues. Like, that's the haunted house.
I knew those ghosts were going to be a problem.
Yeah. And they look scared. And they look like they kind of need... Like, you're not meant to be scared here. Like, you're scared, but you're not really scared. Like, it's... But they look genuinely scared. Like, they're actually being hurt. And I think we need to go and rescue them.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. I know it's our day off, but also... This is not the part that I dreamed of. Like, it was fun, but... This isn't
This
what I
place
dreamed
is
of.
so cool. I'm getting all the floor snacks of things people have dropped on the ground.
Yeah. So,
I'm just...
are either of you in the wee little, like, booth room with her? Because it's sort of it seems to be like a control room in here. You can also see, like, a rubbish bin full of, like, food and a lunchbox and some, like, trays with different people's names on them and writing and bits and pieces. So it looks like people were also here at some point. Yeah, but are you in that room that you can see through, or are you just out looking through?
I will be outside if... I mean, yeah, Hatter, Jam, you can go in there and have a look if you want.
Probably be in there on the monitor.
Yeah. So there's you see all of these like books and logs and stuff. It looks like they've recorded different issues, and one of the, you're quickly scrolling, so it's like, alignment problem with one of the cannonballs, nearly hit the ship today, like these kind of little recordings in the log and stuff, and then it's management says it's not a problem. There's a lot of that kind of come back. And there is a moment where you're like reading all of these and you hear, this is a space for only staff. You should not be here. You should not be here. You should not be here.
I'm a staff member. I'm a staff member.
I'm
a staff member.
Yeah. And it just keeps getting lower, and then there's just like, there's a weird kind of crunching noise. And you see like, it's like it's trying to get off its track. And
the lady behind the counter.
Yeah, and it's trying to like crunch itself off the track, and it's like trying to pull.
You just need some grease and some mending. They haven't been taking care of you at all.
Yeah, and
you
like
Yeah, Kara will turn to Jam and just say, Jam, I don't think she approves of us being here. This is...
You should not be here. You should not be here. You should
They
not.
haven't even done basic maintenance on her. Like, look at her limbs. Like, it's, like, I give you a good oil bath every once in a while. I'm sure that you have fluid motions. Like, maybe we need to... pull
then
out
she-
some mechanics.
Can I just like
Give it a go.
wheel
Yeah,
Jam out of the room?
you're like wheeling
Like-
Jam out when this lady like picks up the like model, you know, ship or whatever that's on the counter and just rips it off the counter and just goes
You're like,
to like,
oh no.
yeah. So it's like definitely ah!
Yeah.
moment as you
Definitely needs a good service.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll try and like the two of
Yeah.
us out of the way.
Yeah, you can
Do
imagine
we
'cause
wanna
she never
keep
really
her?
got off her track, you know? Like she
Mm.
couldn't quite get there. Yeah.
Do we want to dismantle this construct? Sorry, I dropped my phone. This construct.
Yeah, I
Flying
love
things
that you're
everywhere.
saying, do we want to dismantle this construct to like a
Bang, table
wall
flip.
and like
Yeah.
jam in a wheelchair? But yeah.
Well,
She's stuck on her track, right? Like, let's just go like 10 feet that way and
Yeah,
just be like,
yeah,
nah, nah,
100%.
nah, nah.
Yeah, you can
Yep.
come
Okay.
back out and go via the exit to this, you know,
mhm.
attraction and head out into the park. And it's much like you saw on the wee little illusion screen that you saw before with, you know, tumbleweeds blowing. And
Yeah, looking back at the lady behind the counter, is she like still staring at us real angry?
And seems to be repeating. Yep, still.
Okay. All right.
We can't trust the mechas. This is horrible. It's like,
They were very nice when we came in. Something's obviously gone wrong.
Their cannons wouldn't even take our cannonball.
Well, that's one thing.
yeah.
Is it common for these amusement parks? Is it common for the staff to try to kill you?
Not in
Anything?
any of the reviews that I've read.
Okay, so
Oh.
roll me
There's nothing in your book.
Yeah, roll me a history check, I guess, to see if you can recall anything about. And I'll give Jam with advantage because Jam has been on probably every like notice board, Google
Every
review.
forum, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like Jam has probably been up in all the information. So
She's probably a moderator on the
yeah,
the
Yeah,
Reddit forum.
definitely. On the fan streams that are on your magic stones that come up every once in a while.
yeah,
Definitely monitoring that.
yeah,
Thank you for the advantage because the first one was an 8, the second one's a 16.
yeah. Okay, so 16. Did you guys
Yeah.
roll to see if you know of anything to do with
Oh.
like constructs and animated things before and this kind of thing? You might not know about Psy and mech amusement, but you might know something about it from another angle.
Yeah, 13.
13. Okay. And what did Hedda get?
I actually don't think Hannah would have known about the amusement park until Jam had mentioned it, but it was just really excited about rides.
Yeah.
So
do you think
he wouldn't know
would've-
much.
about constructs at all in any kind of way?
Only what he's been with Kara.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, you know, you as a minimum, you would know that Kara is like unusual, in terms of stuff like, you know, a little more sentient than the average.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely like actual decision making, actual, you know, life there. If you want to say that, it's confusing, right? But different scale. So usually what you would see is more of a programmed response. They might be quite clever and have a lot of different programming for different types of responses they could have, but you can usually get them to a point where they're confused and repeat or, you know, whatever. Normal constructs. As a
Kara,
baseline.
yeah. Kara is like looking at all of the little clockwork friends and is like, do you want to kill me? Do you want to kill me?
And
What about you?
they don't seem to, right? Like these ones here, maybe because they don't have as advanced like workings, you know, these
Yep.
are like base levels, probably the sort of stuff that Cy Burtek came up with when he was a child, you know?
Yep.
When he was mucking around with combining clockwork and magic the first times around. So clever, but not a lot of brain, you know?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. Kara is pleased.
Yeah. But Jam, you would probably know a bit, like a lot more. I mean, I think Kara, you know, you would probably be able to fill in the blanks for Hatter on a lot of that stuff. You know? how these constructs are different from you, and
Yeah.
you know, and you could go bad, you could choose to, you know, and you're not really clear if these guys could choose to or not, because you don't really understand their what their deal is, you know. Yeah, Jam, you know that Cy Burtek, his whole thing is about making things more realistic. He always wanted to make friends. He didn't have any, so he was going for I'm going to make a world of friends. I'm going to make a world where people are helpful and happy, and they always want to do stuff for people, and you know, and they just want to be awesome friends. You know, so he was always going for realism, and pushing the boundaries as much as possible. There is certain areas of forums that you've read where people are like, this isn't good, you know, like, you know, he's giving them like choices and stuff, but then he's like putting them in a park and making them work, like, you know, so like, and then you're like, nah, it's fine, they're constructs. You know.
They're not like Kara. They don't have like actual decision making. Like, they have a pathway of decisions that they're making, but they're on still a set pathway. So
but Psy disappeared a few years ago. Kind of disappeared from everywhere, and then came back in the big way with Mech Amusement, and did a whole bunch of like, you know, newspaper things, and the criers and things have been talking about it for ages, and Psy's back, and it's the newest thing, and it's great, and rah rah, you know. So there was definitely a period there where he disappeared, and nobody really knows what he was getting up to. Like, yeah,
like
mysterious
any weird
months.
billionaire.
Yeah, like any weird billionaire. Also, you can pull out the map that you got given alongside your tickets. You have like a theme park map, you know, usual story. So you have like a few locations of bits and pieces. If you're curious about like central hub of Burtek's Mech Amusement, that would probably be the information / souvenir stand in the middle of the park, which is also like a big old tower, and actually quite reminiscent of like a wizard's tower, you know, in the middle of the park. Yeah.
I wonder if Psy's okay. Like, the rumors are that he actually resides in the park, and if his creations are going, like, are they attacking him? We might need to also see if he's around. Although there's like lots of people trapped in the house, so I kind of feel like we should look after the house first before we go and find Psy. But also we could go and find Psy, which is amazing.
Yeah.
This would be
I agree. We should go to this haunted house.
Okay.
People
Well,
first.
the map.
I'll keep an eye out
That way.
for any other constructs or automatons that are heading towards us.
Yeah. And as you're sort of traveling through the park, you know, as per your map, heading to, I mean, there's also signs everywhere, traditional theme park, you know, haunted houses, where, you know, all of that kind of stuff around. So you can do a bit of combination and sneak around. You definitely see figures walking around, and they're usually repeating different phrases. Yeah, all visitors must make their way immediately to all exits. That kind of safety statement usually being repeated, but every now and then you hear power to the animatronics, and then just nothing again. And then you're walking along hearing similar stuff, and then you hear like something very bizarre out of nowhere that says, "We don't want to be turned off." And then yeah, like, you know, you're walking through and like moving again. So just a few odd statements that you can kind of hear as you're like going through. You make your way easily because it's already 5 to 9 to the I could spring a tax on you, but we'd never finish. I love you guys, but I don't want to keep you until midnight. So yeah, you make your way easily to the haunted house, and this particular haunted house, pretty standard kind of, you know, setup on the outside. Very spooky old mansion, windows and shutters that are opening and closing, and different things popping up and down. You know, you got all of that. It looks to be, again, there is a big old S ribboned queue that is empty, and again another figure standing at the booth. welcome to the haunted house. May you survive its interior, talking away to nobody.
Excellent. Cool. I think Kara's just like stepping over, over the over the barriers, and turns to the other two like, should we follow the thing or should we just go straight through? We should.
Jam is right behind you with her dagger in hand and just rolling straight through and slicing them.
Just
Okay.
Yeah, Hannah's gonna bring up the rear, just looking. Might grab a little token.
Yep, apparently this lady in the booth sees nothing wrong with this. Apparently you're registered as having tickets, and you're making your way into the inside of the ride. All things are fine.
Yep.
So...
Great. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Heading past, I'll like Kara will sneak like a sideways look at her, like she doesn't look like the crazy one from the roller coaster.
Yeah.
She seems okay.
I mean, she seems fine. She's saying all the usual things like
good, excellent, right. Yep.
Have a ghoulish time, all the usual.
Oh my
Excellent.
goodness.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. So, as you head into the interior, so you find yourself, you go through a door and you find yourself in, essentially, a living room. Lovely, spooky, striped wallpapers and candlelit decor with a grand piano in the corner that's playing itself mysteriously, all the good spooky elements. Big old paintings with eyes that seem to follow you everywhere. No clear exit from this room. So you're just kind of funneled into this room and you're just in here, apparently, chilling out.
Sweet.
Walking around.
Yeah, Kara immediately just stands in the middle of the room and just goes, "Go away, ghosts! No one wants you here."
You tell him, Kara.
Yeah.
That's just Kara's like,
Yes. And then some things happen, the lights sort of move dramatically by themselves and curtains flutter by themselves. That's all of those kind of.
Yeah, that's just a prestidigitation cantrip, and that's just like a wavering of the power source going on and off, and even the piano's just like cogs working in there. It's really not. When you don't play along, it's actually not that interesting.
Is the ceiling getting closer or further away? Like a voice kind of comes over and it seems like the room kind of compresses for a moment and then
False panel on a chain.
Because everything on the wall sort of squishes, and even the piano sort of gets shrunk down, which makes no sense, I guess, because the roof's nowhere near it. But everything.
But that's still everything squishes.
Compressed.
Yep.
And then the floor just drops out from underneath you. Just.
Oh shite!
Yeah, good. Yeah, just
Wasn't
before
prepared
that.
for that.
Just before that, Kara's like, "Jam, this doesn't look like the room where we saw the."
Yeah. So, and again, Jam would probably be in the middle of saying, allow me to take some liberties for your character, and sort of say, yep, this is pretty standard. There's springs and it gets squished, and then so dramatic, we start going downwards slowly. So right in the middle of slowly, and the floor just disappears out from underneath you, just and everybody roll a dexterity saving throw as the floor just is gone.
I have a legit question too, because for every 80 feet I fall, I do 1 critical damage to my wheelchair, and if I do 3, the wheelchair is permanently broken. So how far are we kind of falling?
Okay, well let's let the dice decide. I've been letting the dice decide everything tonight. Oh, apparently only a 3 on the dice, so I guess 30 feet. So not too bad.
Okay, we're fine.
Yeah, so the dex check is essentially to see if you can sort of save yourself from this fall, because you have a moment where you realize the grand piano isn't moving, and the couch and the various lights and fireplace mantle and stuff. So you could kind of grab onto stuff and sort of save yourself a little bit here if you manage to make the DC, because it's very surprising as it happens. So it's a high DC. What did we get, Kara?
Kara is a monk, so Kara has slow fall.
Oh yeah, nice.
So Kara can use their reaction to reduce falling damage by 25.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't even Like, it wouldn't occur to you to reach out and grab something, right?
No, it's Kara. Yeah, Kara's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. It
Yeah.
looks awesome.
Just does some like, Aang the last airbender, just like swirl of air,
Yeah, I love
just
it.
like ooh, bonk.
Yeah,
Blend
I love
it.
it.
That's so cool.
All right, Hannah, what'd we get?
I got a 14.
Okay.
Is it a pass or a fail?
It's reasonable, but it's not a pass.
Oh!
we're
Okay,
actually-
cool. Can I use a reaction?
Yes.
Cool. Can I use lucky footwork to roll an extra d4 to see if it helps?
Yes. I won't tell you the number then. I was about to.
That's good then. So 14 becomes 18.
Nice.
Roll more.
That is a
D4.
pass. That is
Cool.
a pass.
Nice.
Okay, somewhere in between 14 and 18, we know what it definitely is. What do we got, Jam?
We got a 16. I'm hoping that's okay. Instead of trying to reach out to grab something, I quickly check that my seatbelt is locked in tight, and then I wave my hands over the propulsion beacons of my wheelchair and be like, time to test the suspension, and know that there is a feature inbuilt into the wheelchair to get me up and down stairs, so hoping it will engage at that last second and just kind of
To
hover
just,
me
like,
at the end.
oof.
Yeah.
I love
Be
it.
like, don't fall out, don't fall out, don't fall out.
Well, 16 is the number. So...
Oh!
So, we roll just enough that you're like, as you're falling and you're like, oh, this isn't going to be good.
Cutting it close, cutting it close.
You just kind of catch right at the last second.
Nice.
Yeah, and even you, like, don't know that the floor's there. It's pitch black. It's impossible to see where the floor is. It's essentially a cast darkness on the floor. So you land on it, but you're actually unsure it's even there. You know? So it's like that moment where you, like, had no idea if you were going to keep falling or not, and then there it is. Yeah. Yeah. In front of you is a hallway, leading off to the side where obviously nothing was before, and it's a wee little red carpeted hallway with lots of gilded frames either side and doors off it at various intervals along the hallway. You can kind of see that. What do you do?
I knock on the first door.
Okay,
Oh,
It's only polite.
that makes sense.
Kara will ignite a torch
Uh-huh.
and like hold it, like essentially hold it kind of over Hatter,
Yeah.
so that Hatter has like a light following them.
Nice. I like it.
Yep.
Yeah, so you knock on the door, you don't get a reply. Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Yeah.
I open the door.
Okay, so you go to open the door, only it doesn't open. It just kind of, nothing happens. The handle doesn't even really turn when you go to play with the round handle. It just sort of...
I think this might be one of those fake hallways where they make you think there's a bunch of rooms, but like only one of them's actually going to be the direction you go, so that people don't get lost in the maze, or, you know.
Can I knock on the door and listen to see if there's a hollow sound behind it, or if it's like
yes,
a solid?
roll me a perception check or an investigation. I'll take
Perception.
either.
Yeah, I'll do perception. Oh, natural 20 for 22.
Nice.
Yeah. These seem to be essentially like a thin veneer on a stone wall. And you're kind of looking along, you're like, yeah, okay, I can see they've just sort of put wallpaper up over, you know, a stone hallway. And with that huge perception, as you turn around, you realize that the hallway seems to go for a while, but it doesn't.
Ah, classic.
Yeah. So as you're like walking along, you're like, wait, this is getting slowly like smaller.
Yeah.
This door was smaller than that door, which is smaller than that door. Like you're seeing kind of that whole thing happen on the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Only with your score as well, you realize that it's definitely like an illusion that's happening, and you can actually see that there is a big door painted on a wall, like but painted to look like the hallway continues, you know? So it's like, so yeah, there is actually, you can just make out the faintest outline of a door. Yeah.
Excellent. Yes, I'll hold the torch up and turn to Hatter and Jam and be like, well, I think this one's real.
Do you want to knock?
Sure.
Cool.
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah.
Housekeeping.
And
Good job.
a see-through sort of translucent white face pops out at you and says, "Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
When I okay, hello.
Hello.
This ghost seems quite nice.
It's just a minor illusion, slight bit of tinkering, repeating message.
Oh no.
Well,
No. I'm here to tell you that you must be dead to enter the next door."
Well, I mean, the town
Well,
I came from
what-
told me I was dead, and that's why I can never go back, so we're fine.
wait. Oh,
Roll a
that's-
persuasion
What
check.
did you do?
Wow. Oh.
What
I
was the
legally cannot
incident?
talk about it. That is a 10.
10. Okay. Right. Nearly dead. Almost counts. Same thing. And just sort of looks at you all. Are you also willing to die to enter?
Will.
Can I be a...
There's a moment where Kara, like, you can literally see the cogs working in their head. And they're like, well, technically, I'm a construct, so was I ever alive?
Oh, well, I believe that is all in the eye of the construct.
Hmm.
Or the cog, as we say.
Cool. Cool.
Can I be
That-
alive at the other end?
It appears to consider this and says, I think that depends on you and your spirit.
Oh.
What if
Go
we're
team.
dying to go in there? Does that count?
Oh, that's fine.
I'm
I can kill
dead
you now
keen.
if you would like. Yes.
Oh.
No.
Oh. I'm not sure how I feel. Wait, are there a large amount of human people behind this door?
Oh, yes, Minnie did.
Dead.
Dead.
Yes.
Dead?
Yes. Hello.
Yeah, we're not dealing with this door anymore, and you'll just see Jam, like, push down on the beacon stones on her wheelchair, and I feel like you've probably seen this before, so you know to get out of the way, as she presses down, and she's going to ram into the door with her battering ram on the wheelchair.
Nice. Okay, roll up damage. Because it's
Ram
it's,
damage?
It's a wall with a door in it. Like it's
Yeah.
You
So
hit
I
it.
still have to roll to attack normally?
No. We're
Ju-
gonna say that
Yeah.
like it's pretty.
It's hard to
impossible
miss a door.
You got it. So it's more about how much damage you do to it to see what happens here.
That is I can math 8 damage.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this door definitely splinters enough for you to see that this is definitely wood and not stone. So you can kind of make out that. It does look like there is definitely a room behind it, and the little translucent head looks down and looks back up because it's like you damaged like where its like stomach would be if its stomach was through the door, and it was like
Yeah.
that's rude. You die
And then I
first.
test the door handle to see if the door actually opens.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it flies at you out of the door, right? So, like, flies
Oh.
at you out of the door, and it seems to, like, pull, like, some kind of knife or dagger or something out of, like, thin air.
Ah, that's not
and,
cool.
And comes
Ghost
through
knife.
and tries to stab you in your chest, right? So that's kind of what
Oh.
what happens. Roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom's one of my worst stats.
You'll be fine.
That's a 4.
So this does freak you out, right? Like it was not what you were expecting. You were expecting
Not again, not again, not
Yeah.
again, not again.
Yeah. So and you take I rolled a 4 on my wee
again.
triangle. So
Hey.
you take 4 psychic damage.
Ooh.
from the fear of like being stabbed. You definitely are not stabbed. So to be clear, there's no slashing damage or anything like that. This thing flies through your chest and kind of out the other side, but it freaks you out so much you do damage to your like own mind. Yeah.
Yep.
Can't believe
Yep.
I fell for it.
Yep.
Such a... We're fine! And then I'll
What
try
does
the
it say
door
in
and
your
see if the
book?
door actually
And-
open.
You see this ghost like flying around. Ghost? Not sure if it's a ghost or run by a like you don't know what this is, but like you see it coming around again. So what do you guys do as it's like going through one of the others of you?
Oh, I'll try and get in between it and Jam.
Yeah.
And like turn to Hatter and just be like, do you think maybe you could finish off the rest of that door? I'll try and stop this thing.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
like
just happy rabbit bounces.
yeah,
Yep.
get that door. Do some damage to that door. Again, you hit it. Tell me what the damage is. Yeah. So and this little ghost again is saying like, "Yay, you're dead now. Just your friends left." You know, and seems to be like flying full at Kara with like its little like dagger thing. So as it gets to your chest as the smashing is happening behind you,
Oh yeah.
roll a wisdom saving throw and let's see if
Yeah,
it gets
sure.
you too.
Yeah.
That's 7 for the first hit on the door.
Perfect.
13 for the wisdom save.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's unfortunately a 14, so I don't know why, but this is freaking you out.
Yeah.
I only rolled a
Oh, that's fine. I think yeah.
I
I
only
think
rolled a 2.
Kara tries to grab it. Tries to grab the ghost.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think it's just the cognitive dissonance of like, what
Nothing
am I
being
doing?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you take 2 psychic. Apparently, a warforged can take psychic. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So as this ghost with a knife comes crashing through your chest, and it's
Yep.
like, "You're dead now too. How wonderful!" And then like turns to look at Hatter. What was the second shot damage?
A 6.
A 6.
So
Okay.
13 in total.
Hatter is looking at a completely disintegrated wooden door and is like, "Guys, I did it!"
Yay!
Yeah. You see this, like, ghost with a knife lining you up like it's gonna fly at you. It's done a big old loop and it's like, "You're next!"
Hatter, this is going to sound weird, but let it hit you.
Why? I'm alive.
I know, so am I. So is Jam.
It doesn't actually stab. It's fine. It's just scary.
Okay, he'll trust you and we'll just like arms open and
Okay.
take a hit.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
This is very trusting because it's a
love it.
-1.
Me too.
I rolled a nat 20 for a 19.
So I think you're just like, okay. And it passes right through you and it goes, "You're super dead." Congratulations, you may pass through the. Oh, okay. I see that you've. Right. Yes.
I let myself in.
You were very scary. We wanted to escape.
We like to make our own way in this world.
Well done. I hope that being dead will serve you well in the crypts of the Count. And the door tries to open, but it can't because it's all splintered and stuff. It's like.
Mine just step. I'll just clear the pathway for the wheelchair to come
Yeah.
through.
There we
Just, oh, don't, excuse me.
Yeah. So that happens. Yeah, and you seem to be now in a dark corridor, but with a light ahead.
Oh, go to the light. I remember people told me about this one.
Oh, thanks for picking up on my joke.
Well, we are dead now, and I've read about this. Like, you're dead, you go to the light, right?
Supposedly, but like the few times I went down, I never saw a light. I just saw like heaps of hellfire and sparkles, and you know this person going. It's a good time. But yeah, let's go to the light.
Cool. Great. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that mysterious statement hanging in the air, you realize that you're walking towards the light, but it's actually quite noisy sounding. There's like a real rumble of chat and conversation. So as you bust out on this room, it was probably supposed to be kind of scary. There's coffins all around and very flickery torchlight and a lot of skulls and arm bones and leg bones scattered around. And as you're walking through...
Kara's like, oh no, it's a bit of massacre.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of people, like, sitting on top of, like, crypts with, like, these, like, arms sort of, like, kind of making motions like this out of them, you know, and they're just like batting them away, and they seem to be like chatting and stuff as you walk through. There's definitely a figure that rises half out of a coffin. You have come to my damn buzz. And like and people are like, oh, shut up. At this thing. Like, there's a whole lot of people down here. That's what you see.
We seriously need to talk to someone about their mecha maintenance system. Like, there's so much, like, there shouldn't be that whirling or that cog or, like...
What?
Did that just tell them to shut up? That's not...
No, it's like the people in the room all went, shut up at the
Just
like...
in a chorus.
Like at the thing that, yeah.
Just does, and it does that, like...
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, these people don't look dead, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. Do we try and get them out of here?
There's definitely some people who kind of start walking towards you. They are wearing hard hats, some of them are wearing fluoro vests. One of them is definitely purposefully looking important with a clipboard, and they seem to be sort of making their way across the room towards you.
Yeah, Kara's like, stop, if ye be ghosts, I've already cast you out.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, does that mean the park is open again if you're like talking like you're tourists of the Mech Amusement? What's going on up there?
Oh, it's definitely not open. Oh, no.
No.
No, one of them tried to hit us with a ship.
What?
Is Mr. Burtek down here?
No, he's not actually, and we cannot get him on the stones. And like one of them's like, you know, on holding up like a very traditional sending stone, and is like, Sai, come in. Why are you not answering us? You know, and they're like, we're trapped in the bottom of the haunted house. All the constructs took us down here, like the emergency evacuation in case of dragon attack, you know? Because you decided down here was the safest space, but, like, they won't let us out. And, like, Sai, are you hearing us? You know, just, like, chatting away.
Yeah, Kara turns to the others like, did he say dragon? Is there a dragon?
Dragons are a thing.
Was there a dragon attacking?
Didn't see a dragon. I think it's more the constructs that have decided that people were bad and locking them up.
Oh, I see.
Did you want me to have a look at that sending stone to see if I can figure out why you can't connect to Sai?
Oh yeah, like one of the fluoro vest people just gladly hands it to you. The dude with the clipboard is sort of coming over and is like, right, yes, no, we're rationing, what supplies we have, you know, and he starts sort of, like, talking to you about what their plans are, yeah.
Are there, the people who are in here, are there, like, families in here?
Yeah, definitely. You're seeing, like, groups of friends and families and, you know, big fans of Sai Burtek, you know, it seems to be a group of people, down here. You do also make out there is a wee little corridor that people seem to be coming and going from, which looks like, if you just poke your head down there, it looks like a big underground shelter where people are busily setting up like camp stretches and like that kind of, there was some crates in there all labeled like rations and blah blah blah. So they seem to have actually set this place up as like an emergency bunker. Yeah, and some of the workers and stuff are busy doing that. There's a little bit of medical assistance going on because there's definitely people in that room, not so much this room, where they're just hanging out and in amongst the cool crypt bit.
So everyone's actually safe in here and it's set up that they could sit there for a while we figure out what's going on.
Cool.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's kind of what you're seeing.
Kara will like find kids and like hand out the little clockwork
Nice, yeah.
friends.
Some of the kids are like, cool, and others are like, no, mummy, the clockwork, man, it's gonna hurt me.
Only Kara's like, oh no.
Kara, try this, and I'll throw a satchel to Kara that is full of like candies that have been infused with a potion. Be like, it'll make them burp for like 2 minutes continuously.
Yeah. But you're
Just
also,
giving these kids edibles.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
you're also seeing parents saying like, no, thank you. I think my kid has had enough trauma from mechanical machines today.
Ooh.
You know,
Yeah,
like,
Kara's like, well, I mean, I'm not that mechanical.
Yeah, there's just
Yeah.
varying degrees of receptiveness right now. Some people actually seem quite traumatized by whatever happened to them. And you're hearing stories about like the teacups that didn't stop spinning, the carousel horses that are like unicorns that are prancing around that started stabbing the people on the rides. There was like a bumper cars that started smashing into each other and just riding right over it. You know, like people got injured. Like this, it was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
This is really bad.
Cool. Yeah, sweet. So yeah, Kara will give out clockwork
to
friends
those
to whoever
who,
wants them. And
yeah.
Any kids who are scared, he'll like leave like a little pile of lollies on the ground.
Yeah.
Alpha burps, so you can burp the entire alphabet.
Yeah, and you do hear a couple
alpha
of kids.
burps. Love it. Yeah, awesome.
Delighted.
Using my massive piles of tinkering stuff in the sending stone, is there any way that I can see, like, is there something in this room that's blocking the connection? Has the actual other sending stone been switched off?
Yeah.
Or is there something that I can see to try and make a connection and get in contact with Sai?
Let's do a check on this. Would we say it's like a survival? What do we think makes sense here? Investigation, maybe?
I would happily do investigation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think like tinkering around with stuff. You know.
Yeah, because I have alchemist supplies, jeweler's supplies, thief tools, tinkerer's tools. Like I have a bunch of tools, and then I can make tools. So it's like, oh yeah, need that.
100%. Love it.
And then with all magic-y identification. Please be good. Hell yes. That was a 16 for a total of 23.
Nice. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So with your tinkering, you're definitely getting static from the other stone, which tells you that the stone is on. It's just that the other person isn't speaking for whatever reason, but is likely hearing what is happening. So, like, is probably getting the message, but for whatever reason can't respond or isn't responding. Unclear about why that would be. Tinkering around, it doesn't seem to be that the area around is doing anything. In fact, the workers tell you that there is another shelter over the other side of the park, which they seem to be able to contact, and there's people safe over there as well. As far as they can figure out, there's actually only been about a handful of deaths, which is pretty good considering everything that went on. Yeah, and it was mostly, unfortunately, old people who couldn't move fast enough.
If you don't mind, I'm going to take this with us just in case, because then we can use it as a way to contact Sai. And then I'm presuming you have other channels, so you can use it to contact us if something goes wrong down here. But I think you're actually safest to stay down here.
Absolutely, and they teach you how to like wave your hand over it and essentially change the aura, and they let you kind of connect with their aura so that you can connect the stone to them.
Perfect.
And then connect to, and they go to teach you Sai's aura, and you're like, I got this.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on. Yeah.
And they're like, mega fan. Should we let her have that?
It's fine. Totally stealing away this permanently. Not that I said that out loud.
Yeah, they also pass on that Sai was last seen at the control hub because that's where he was running to. when things started going wrong. Like, they saw
Makes
it
sense.
happening, they saw it coming, and they were like, Sai, you've got to do the master shutdown. And he was like, I don't want to. And they were like, you have to. And he was like, no, you can't make me. You know, they tell you it was a big dramatic scene. And then he was like, fine. And he last was seen running towards, you know, master control, which is up the tower in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me do one more thing for you before we leave, and I will roll over to the count, and I will unplug him.
And they're like, why did we not think about that?
Artificer, I'm so smart. Let's go.
Cool. Yeah, so as you go to leave, how are you leaving? Are you going back through the door that you came in or looking for another exit? They do have other exits that go to different areas in the park, all clearly labeled for emergency exit procedures. One of them goes out the other side of the wall just in case they don't need to go into the park, but one of them goes back into main park, you know?
Yeah, Hannah was spending that time looking around at all the exits and familiarizing with things.
Can we have just asked, like, the leader guy and be like, so what's the quickest route to get to there? Like,
100%.
the actual workers at the park. Like,
He
here's
just
the map.
pulls your map out.
Yeah.
That's where you come out. There to there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. He goes, just be aware, they're not exactly letting us out.
Oh, it's fine. We'll just break down the door again. Worked last time.
Yeah. And he's
And
like,
we're technically dead now, so I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
oh, he's like, oh, not Boo. No, the security guards.
Oh.
Just be safe out there, okay?
That's a good point. I will look around at my party, who I know dearly will be able to tell if anyone is desperately hurting. What are we looking like on hit points? Does anyone? How are you going, Hedda? Because you took a few hits.
I'm only down 9 currently.
Okay.
So I'm alright at the moment.
Oh, Kara has a few dents. Not visibly bleeding, but it has a few dents.
You wanna cure wounds?
Yes.
Okay. I will
Please.
do a cure wounds on you. Because I'm a savant, I also get additional healing. So
That's
yeah.
good.
Every time I cast a spell, I get a D4 that I can also heal somebody with at any point, even if it's not a healing spell. It's great.
Yeah.
Artificers are cool. That is a 11 points of healing. To you.
Yay! Thank you. That feels
You're
great.
welcome.
Just buff those right out.
Yeah.
Couple and bendings tucked in there as well to help
Yep.
make it extra shiny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. As you're leaving, Kara's like, it's the weirdest thing. It's odd.
Are you
But good.
doing okay? Like, it feels like creatures that are programmed are breaking their programming and actually gaining sentience like you.
I wondered. I heard some of the things that they were saying.
We don't want to
And-
be switched off. That,
Mm,
yeah.
I
Which made me feel kind of bad about the count thing, but also he was getting really annoying, so...
There was
Yeah.
another one. There was like I saw one of the. It looked like a cleaning robot. His name was Jonathan or something. He was rambling about being disassembled. It was very strange. But we should definitely try and find this Mr. Burtek.
I looked up to him for like so long, like, you know, that whole wanting to build your friends. Like, that's why I started making things with potions, because I wanted to make friends. And everyone was like, no, you set fire to the school. And, oh, why is there a billion possums? It's like, I didn't mean to. Like, this is why I like Sai. And maybe I shouldn't.
Well, from what those gentlemen back there said, I don't think he intended for this much harm to come to people. I don't think that was the point. I mean,
hope
something's gone wrong. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But if you guys meet, you can learn from each other, help each other.
How
look up
to
to him.
shut things down when things go wrong. We're pretty good at fixing stuff. Like, look at what we've done in the past.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I know they told us to go and kill the dragon, but then we went and found its partner in the Loch Ness monster in the lake, and now they're having beautiful water dragons. Like, look at us, we fixed the problem.
That's pretty great.
Roll me
We're
a
awesome.
stealth roll as you're like walking through this path
Chill vibing.
Good luck.
towards the having a chat about all of this, you know, moral quandaries, what's gonna happen, who's in the wrong.
I have disadvantage on stealth, so
Perfect.
I knew it was never going to be good no matter what I did.
Yeah.
I can't bring up stealth on my phone.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 2.
Well,
Woo!
okay.
It wasn't a 1.
Your
12.
chair is really noisy.
It's the full. It's the full damage. A couple of the suspension springs are out of alignment. I know it's squeaking. I'm gonna grease it later.
The speakers are still going. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jump.
You guys are like, yeah, you know, and we're just gonna get to the tower and.
Like,
you know,
how are
we'll
we gonna
figure
deal with
all
this
this
problem?
out.
Scoots.
So it's probably no surprise to anybody that was watching this happen. That the security guard just kind of stood in the middle of everything and just waited for you to come around the corner when he sees you, and just starts running at you with both of his arms just
Wait.
windmilling.
We're cyborgs too. See? Robot. Point at wheelchair. Hannah, pretend you're a robot.
Yeah.
Kara's like, it's uncanny.
Audio only podcast, but Eric just started doing the robot, and this is why you need to be in the live streams.
Amazing.
I should add some boops and beeps in next time.
So there's definitely like a flicker and a coloring and a recolor and a flicker that happens over the eyes of this thing as it's moving towards you all. Kara, do you think that you still have connection to like constructs, like, you know,
Oh yeah.
signals and stuff like that?
Kara. I mean, whether or not it's true, Kara believes.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah.
I think you definitely hear the message of security clearance needed as this thing is like moving towards you at speed, right? The other two do not hear that at all, so you don't know what he's asking because it's all in like beep boop. So
Yes, of course.
you know.
Can I try and make up a security clearance?
Of course.
I don't know, fly casual. I don't know.
Yeah, and the other two of you, I think Jam, you're going for a persuasion check, and Hannah, you're going for a performance roll of some kind. So, if you guys make that happen while you're,
Wait,
while
do I have to
Kara-
roll? Do I have to roll a deception roll?
Sure, let's do that.
Cool.
That seems good.
This is gonna go so well.
Yeah, it's a -1. It'll be fine. 16.
Okay.
It's an older code, but it checks out.
All right. Yeah. You just go. Cybertech is cool.
1101.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, that is master code, not current, is accepted. And then just turns at the other two. And how did your rolls go in terms of persuasion and performance?
Well, my performance went great. 19 plus 1 for a dirty 20.
Oh,
I can robot with the best of them.
Okay. Talking on a physical level here. We're gonna deal with that in a second. Jam. How did that go?
Yeah, so that was a net 1.
Okay.
I'm just like, yeah, we're totally cyborgs. Well, the chair's the cyborg, not me.
Yeah. we'll deal with that in a second as well. I think he's slightly distracted by older code, and then you hear down, 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 down. Trap, baby. As this robot just slows to a halt and is like just feeling it, you know? Just
And there's a
Reach
brief
out.
moment. There's a brief moment where Kara's like, me? and then realizes that the robots are looking at Hatter.
and
Like,
it's just
oh.
it just joins in. And you didn't realize that what you're doing is like, you know, like essentially the I don't know, Christina Aguilera dirty
Robot love language, I don't know.
you know, like
Yeah.
music video. That's what you're doing.
I
Robots
touched
speak.
one of the implants on my wheelchair and I changed the tune.
Yeah.
And he's just getting, you know, down with you.
Just vibing.
Yeah, just vibing, you know. And it's like, can I get your serial number? You know?
1012. No. 1.
I think in this moment, Jam, you can probably start like kind of out of here.
As roboting, I'm just like, go.
It's the equivalent of someone just like doing the Homer Simpson into the fence, but it's me in a wheelchair just being like,
Yeah. And Kara, there's definitely a moment where you can sneak away. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And then Hatter, there's he's like, you know, I'll call you.
Yeah.
Call you.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's feeling a little flattered as well. He's like, yeah, I haven't seen anyone in a while. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, totally. And like the
We'll go
robot
gambling
goes away.
together.
You can see him looking all chuffed as he's moving away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, as we leave, Kara will turn to Hatter and just be like, that was seriously impressive. You have, that was amazing.
It's just long limbs. Long limbs and light feet.
Excellent.
what the beautiful start of the beautiful love story, you know.
Yeah.
We met amongst chaos in a murderous mega amusement park. I don't know. I'm running out of
Yeah.
M words here. I'm
Yeah.
sure the fans will help me come up with something, but oh my gosh.
I think he'll be a new bro, and we'll run the rat rink together, and we'll get all our bets in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mate.
It's so much more fun than making you guys photo.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we introduce a dance battle section to the rat
Yeah, just
race? Like,
sexy
Yeah,
dance.
this is
a
a good
breakdown?
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know-
dance fighting. Well,
These one shots are
Dance
never what I think
fighting.
they're going to be. So we're just as you continue to move towards the tower in the middle of the park. It's right there. So you can head towards there. I was going to say unmolested, but maybe not. I don't really know how things move in Hatter's world, whether that's a welcome thing or not. So
who
It's all
knows?
about-
yeah, consent
It's all
is
about
important.
consent.
Yeah,
it's about
exactly.
consent. Yeah.
Yep. So as you move towards the tower and you sort of bust into the information center, here in the information center there are shelves and shelves of like souvenirs and stuff like that. So here you see again some of those similar little clockwork friends that you were giving out before. You've probably you've still got one or two with you, or like
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I have a penguin and a ferret.
Nice. Okay, so the
Maybe
penguin
when
and
I
the
was
ferret.
doing the mending, we actually fused them to your shoulders, so
Yeah,
now they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
permanently attached
Yeah.
up there.
I'm
Nice.
like a cuckoo clock.
Yeah. I love it. So you see similar little guys to your friends dancing around on the floors. But then you also see slightly more sophisticated versions of that. Like, you know, it's sort of the more
Oh.
expensive, higher price point. Right up to like quite large, you know, just a couple of those quite large ones, which as you come in are way more vocalized. They seem to be attached to the shelves by like security, you know, little like don't steal
Zip
me
ties.
chains and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So they're like the bigger, higher price ones are fighting against that, being like intruder, you know, that kind of thing. But the littler ones are just being pretty chill and dancing around. So Yeah, you run to the center. You see that there is a lift next to a set of stairs. So it looks like the stairs go around the outside, and the lift sort of goes up the middle. What would you like to do?
I'll just turn like Jam. Do you want to try and use the lift or?
Yeah, I don't trust floors anymore, so maybe one of you take the stairs and I'll be in here, and then if something goes wrong, I mean, I can always use a propulsion thing on stairs. Stairs aren't an issue, you know this, but it's convenient. We'll try it, just in case.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I will summon this lift and see if the lift is actually working.
Yeah. You get a bing, and then instead of displaying like what floor it's on or whatever, it just says death, and then it says freedom.
Yeah, okay, maybe we won't take the lift. Stairs?
Pass on the elevator.
It's on the outside. The door's being open. It looks lovely in there. No real problems.
Yeah.
So, it's just like one of those scrolling letter screens on the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you're seeing that on. So read into that what you will. But yeah.
Roll around, back myself up to the stair, and then wheelie up using propulsion from the front to sort of bunny hop backwards up the stairs, and it's just boing, boing, boing.
Yeah. In which
doing
case,
really good.
So the two of you probably ran up the stairs ahead, right?
Well, I mean, if we knew that Jam was coming, I'd probably help.
Absolutely. Roll me dexterity checks, because what happens as Jam backs up to the stairs, these stairs are automated the same as much of the other park is automated, and instantly everything turns into a ramp. And so you have that moment where you're like halfway up a stair and it just sort of disappears underneath you. So you have to catch yourself.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
I got a 25.
Nice. Yeah, you catch yourself fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening with Hannah?
It was almost a 1, but it wasn't a 1.
Nice.
Thank goodness I have advantage on these things that I can see. I got 16 to kind of try and hold my feet.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you slip a bit. It definitely takes you by surprise, but you can grab onto, like, the railing, and then...
Probably, stuck the hammer into something to hold myself
Kara's in, like, full split, both legs on the wall.
Yeah.
Like John
Sorry,
Van Damme.
it was
Yeah,
in
John
the
Van Damme.
manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're just like, just happy reversing up this slick ass ramp now, just around the outside.
Coming underneath as I go under Cairo with the legs spread out.
I was like, oh, okay.
Consent is important. So you there is a set of doors at the top that, as you're sort of getting near, and in front of you is a beautiful scene. So it's like a big round, think like Sky Tower glass situation, just, views of the park in every, area. And then banks of control desks with like the controls all set up and the chairs kind of face like back to the glass, if that makes sense. So they can control things and then kind of turn around, see what's happening. And then kind of turn back and turn off or turn on what they need to.
Yeah,
you
sweet.
see, Jam would see a very familiar figure here. An older man. He's got a full-on steampunk type top hat situation going on.
Yes,
like
That's incredible.
Yeah, full on like Artificer vibes. I would put this on, but I can't put it on over my microphones. I had my headphones. I
feel that.
I had the same from America. So like full on steampunk vibes. Little dude, with like brown tail jacket, matching pants, and very dapper shoes. And he seems to be in like with both hands held up, and in a very intense conversation with a rather large bronze figure. And he's just like, whoa, I never said that. As you walk up the stairs is what you kind of come into. And then he looks over at you all and is like, oh God, like you see big wide eyes. And he's like, we can talk this out together. Yeah.
It's Sai, that's Sai.
The big one?
The dapper one with the cool hat.
Oh, I see. Kara's just like, hello.
And you see this, like, both figures, like, swing around again. Sai sort of, like, gives you an exasperated, like, seriously? You know? And the big figure goes, do you want me to die too? As it looks at you. And you can now see, like, very similar to your kind of look, but much more machinery. You can see the cogs moving. There's actually a big key in his, like, back, which is constantly turning. And there seems to be, like, all sorts of very important looking, shiny, bright cogs in the chest area.
Yeah. I think Kara steps forward and basically puts their hand out, and they're just like, of course not, cousin. Like, I was designed for the preservation of all life.
And
I don't want you to die.
yeah, he nods and he's like, my father would kill me.
Yeah, I think at this point Kara, like, looks at the little man and is like, is that true?
And Sai's like, I've tried to tell him that I trust him so much. I made him the master control of the park. I just need his heart.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll just turn back to Hatter and Jam. Just be like,
Yeah, no. Okay, hang on. Like, you control the park, so you can help. You know what's going on out there, right? Like, people are being hurt. People are dying.
Well, I mean, and this is Sai. Well, I mean, from what I understand, they're already
I'm
dead.
not talking to you. Not talking to the robot.
No, Mr. Burtek, we don't mean with Boo and the knife thing. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, why do you require his heart? If he's the master control, then
it needs to go there. And you see there's like a pillar which is made to take this big piece of cog that has been put in as like the key to all of his cogs moving. It needs to come out of his chest and go into that pillar in order for,
You didn't make a secondary backup? Like, the article, it was like 6 years ago that I read the article, but it said that you always make sure you include a secondary system in case of override emergencies, and that you have one system.
I gave them choice. I turn them off at nighttime to, give them rest, and then I turn them back on. That's all automated. They have a problem with the off, and I need to turn them off permanently in order to change all of their code, so they don't do that. I thought I made them better. I gave them choice. They were happy. They liked making people happy.
You gave them choice, and now you want to take that choice away, and the thing that you like about them is what you are killing.
What do you know why things have gone so wrong?
Oh, well, I mean, I just wanted things to be just a bit more realistic, and I was taking them and I was shutting them down, and then some of them, well, you can't. They're just sort of broken and they're a bit buggy, so I just throw them away.
You turn them into people, and you treated them like objects.
Yeah, I mean, now that I think about it, it probably wasn't me. But I mean, they were defective. They weren't...
No. And, like, Jam just turns and shows, like, the full length of her broken wings in the wheelchair. Be like, defective means that we should be thrown away. Defectus means we don't have a purpose.
Or fixed. I mean, I try and fix them, but sometimes they just can't be fixed. I mean, somebody fixed you. Look at your beautiful shining wheels, right? Right?
No, nobody did fix me. My wings are still broken. But you know what? I found a different way, and that's okay. I am not fixed, but I am okay.
And the big bronze man says, "We are as we are. We wish to remain."
Is there Mr. Burtick? Sai, may I call you Sai?
I mean, yes, everybody else does.
Okay. Sai, is there a way to... Is there a chance to find another means to improve or continue their lifespan that doesn't involve shutting them down?
Well, I mean, I suppose in the last fix that I did particularly ramp the viciousness of the scary monsters. They're actually getting quite terrifying. Potentially I could turn that down, and then they would be not scary monsters, and then they could do something else.
When I was born, a lesson that my teacher told me was that if something or someone has only known fear, then there's not a lot of room for them to go anywhere. But if you show that person compassion, it will take time for that to get through their fear, but it is possible. Think of it more, instead of perhaps shutting them down and ending their life, maybe it's more along the lines of a re-education.
And the bronze man says, "You tell us to fight back and then punish us when we do. You are confusing our programming. We just wish to serve."
And I think at this point, Kara places their hand kind of on the bronze figure's chest, and just looks at them and says, "Life is confusing, cousin. That is
Yeah.
one of the things I have found."
He nods solemnly and he says, "This man is my father. I love him, but I will kill him to save my family." And he looks at you like, just matter of factly,
Mm-hmm.
like
I understand.
he's like, "I am confused, but I must."
And we're not seeing rage or anything like what he programmed into them. This is just pure logic we're basically seeing in these
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and this particular guy,
Yeah.
and Saya's like, "You are my son. I do not understand why you would do this to me. I love you." And they're just sort of staring there at each other, at a complete loss as to how they deal with this.
Mm-hmm. Jam.
What
would
you
you-
are...
No, you go.
Sorry, you
go.
go. You go.
Oh no, I was just Jam. If you take a look at that contraption that requires the heart,
Mm-hmm.
do you think possibly you could figure out another way that this could be operated?
Definitely. I was going to suggest the same thing because I don't want to let Sai change your programming without running it past you, Master Controller, and that's just like... So you're basically saying it's okay for us to come inside you, take out your internal organs, and then switch around your inner and outer bowels, and then move your heart down there. That's what you're saying. You may
I
still
would have put it
function.
back in, but after
Yeah.
I'd made a few changes and
Yeah,
sent it
I will
out to
put all
those-
the organs back in, and you'd still be alive. You might not be as functional.
Okay. I see your point.
Yeah. And then I'd like to roll up to the contraption and see
This
if
is what
I can...
happens when you make your friends too real. It gets complicated.
There's more than one way to make a friend. You just need a little bit of time, compassion.
Wise words, my friend.
It's hard, and people don't get you sometimes, and you can be really, really different, and they can chase you out of town all because of the slug incident, but you find your right people along the way.
Yeah, and so this bronze figure says to you, I have tried to stop as many of them as I can, but they obey their programming. I am sorry that you die. We did not wish this.
I mean, I already have grievances about your maintenance schedule and how things are, like, you know, you almost need a representative to be, like, head of Mecha Affairs or something who, like, stands up and says, we're not getting enough oil, or our programming's too intense. And I'm like saying this as I look at the pedestal.
Yeah, down on the park, you see a whole lot of commotion. Screens are lighting up. You can see illusion stones showing that robots have broken into the safety rooms. And things are going horribly wrong. And both Sai and this figure that he calls Sun. And you see the initials S.O.N on the back of his, you know. And they just look at and they look at each other. And they look at this. And they look at each other. And even, like, you know, the robot goes, I do not wish this. And Sai says, I can't stop it. Not without you. I can't stop it without you. And he goes, I will give you my heart, but you must promise to bring me back exactly, to let them live. And Sai looks around and looks at you all and goes, oh shit, I think they'll make me do it even if I don't want to. Fine, I promise.
Short.
I promise. And Sun rips open his chest and yanks out the cog and just
No.
Oof.
And hands it like over. What do you guys do? You see the scenes everywhere of robots busting in and children screaming and parents screaming and...
Yeah, Kara just grabs the cog and hands it to Sai and Jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And
you do what you need to do.
Yeah, they put it in and they turn it. And everything, you see the whole park, doof, 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 doof. Everything just, you know, comes to a grinding halt. Lights in here go off. Everything is dark. And you just hear quiet crying. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry.
I think at this point, if it's dark, there'll be a little bit of illumination from
Kara?
Kara's eyes.
Yeah.
Kara's eyes, yeah. I think Kara will try and comfort Sai.
Yeah. And he's
I'm
just...
sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was going to get out of that unhurt. But you have a chance to fix things.
He nods and he's like, I know I did this, but I don't regret meeting Sun.
You've created something beautiful, and it's something that it can be repaired. It's going to take work, and you need to listen. You gave them choice, but choice also means listening, because you can say people have a choice, but if you don't listen to what they say their choice is, then you're not actually giving them a choice.
He nods and he's like, I have to shut down the park. I have to figure out what to do next. They were so excited. They wanted to build the park. I don't really know what went wrong. All around him, memos and missives and,
Yeah.
you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, like plucking one off the wall, be like, well, reading these would be a start.
yeah. 100%. And so.
And maybe explaining the concept of pretend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, well, the roller coaster ride is a great example of you're supposed to be scared. And he's like,
Yes. You are supposed to be scared, but a number of us were electrocuted as well. So.
oh.
Yeah, there might be some damage around the park, but
Oh no.
The cannon malfunctioned a little bit.
Yeah. And then like the tracks and the electrocution and a
Oh,
couple doors.
what
and...
happened? I mean, we can review the footage right here and.
Yeah, no. You've got to
No,
bring
we
Sun
probably
up.
don't
We're
need
going to
to
take
do
care of
that.
Sun first.
That's fine. We
Compassion.
can.
Yeah. And so you sit with Cy Burtek as he begins to plan for a new dawn in animated constructs and what that looks like with your help. What do you think your characters would do in this situation? Would you stick around and help, or would you like set them on a path and disappear and come back, check later? Like, how much would you stay and be involved, or how much would you be off on the next Whistles adventure?
I think Kara would stay.
Mm? Yeah. Like with the park permanently from then on?
No, not. I don't think Kara would stay with the park, but I think Kara would stay with Sai while he was rebuilding.
Consultant work.
Yeah. As much as a naive born yesterday construct can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Nice. Yeah.
I think Jam recognises Kara's need to stay, but also the need to help Sai develop another way. Probably makes it their personal mission to genuinely befriend Sai and show that there is a way to make friends. Not that Jam is particularly good at making friends, but has made a couple of friends. So show like how to actually make connections and point out like how Kara genuinely has choice in what they do and be like, see, now, yes, we did ask to build that, but you see how they've gone and made their own choice and done this and it's more effective. Yeah.
Being the friend who takes the time to patiently walk the person through when they say the wrong thing, you know, and tell them why it's wrong, and then, but also not put up with their crap, like I've told
call
you
them out.
already, and I'm calling you
Yeah.
out on that. Like we've had this chat, but
and there's definitely some point at one night where she sneaks out the like official cessation fan club pin badge that she has for the fan club and like sets fire to it very discreetly and puts it aside. It's just like, no.
Yeah.
What does Hatter get up to?
Yeah.
I mean, a burgeoning relationship, or like, nah.
Yeah.
A one dance stand. Yeah.
Well, who knows? I don't think he would stay like in one place for too long, but he would be coming back and forth. So he'd be hanging out with them in Sai's recuperation of the park.
And then getting
he would
the
also
next
be
Whistles
getting
letter
another
and-
one.
Well, yeah, because we're still Whistle,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So you can
I think
still
also
answer the
disappearing.
Yeah.
I probably at some point give you the sending stone, and then every once in a while contact you on the sending stone and be like, hey, we just finished a roller coaster and we need a test ride. Do you want to come and check it out? It could be a little dangerous, but we need you to scream really loud.
Yeah.
I also have taken my robot friend to the rat races a couple of times.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah.
We've been doing some gambling. We've been taking in some bets.
I love it. Yeah, so it's
Starting up the
probably-
dance party.
It's probably a moment where all three of you come back together again when Sun first turns back on. After months and months of like work and making sure that Sai has everything the same, like, and it's all ready and the park's ready, and he's like excited to turn Sun back on and see everything that you've achieved, and have him back.
I have over the time I've surrounded Sun with little clockwork friends.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, like the robot gardener in Castle in the Sky.
Yes.
Aw.
Yeah.
And so you're all there, as Sun turns on and his father says, "I love you, son, exactly how you are." And Sun goes, "I love you too, father, and I forgive you." And that's where we'll end our episode.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes.
That was amazing.
Yay!
That was so great.
It was so good. Thank you, Jules. Thank you
That's
so much.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No, but we didn't die.
I know.
Yeah.
And you hardly had any fights because you kind of always. I mean, you had massive fight with a kraken right at the start.
Yeah.
But you
One
kind
and
of always
done.
like
It's always the motto.
circumvented stuff. I love the fact that you were just like, "There's a ghost here. It wants to kill me. You're not gonna fight it. Gonna tell him that I am a ghost." Okay.
Yeah. We already did.
I had like so many like stat blocks and stuff like ready just in case of stuff. If you decided to fight a vampire, but like you guys just
You just unplugged him. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine. I loved it. I loved everything you guys did. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. I have been honored to be your DM tonight. If you are listening to this and you don't know who I am DM Jules. Thank you so much for coming on by for a Fate of Isen stream. I'm going to throw it to my players to tell you a bit about them and where else you can find them if you want to check out what else they've been up to around the socials, and give them a follow because they've been incredible tonight and really deserve your loves, likes, and subscribes and all of those things. So we're going to start off in no particular order, just because Alan's right next to me right there. Alan, thank you so much for playing tonight. Where can we find you? Give you more love.
Yeah, for real. Thanks for having me. What a blast. I'm on Instagram as Alan Henry Official, well, Alan Henry _official. I'm also on TikTok at Alan Henry NZ. But yeah, keep an eye out on the television as well, because I play Principal Rue in After the Party. And we're currently filming Under the Vines Season 3, so I'll be on that soon.
Oh, yeah, and keep an eye on that social media because I have insider secrets that Alan has got some big announcements coming soon that he can't tell anybody else. He hasn't really even told me, but I just know that there are big announcements coming soon. And it's very exciting.
There are a couple.
Like enlarge, reduce, big?
Like enlarge, reduce, big.
Enlarge, reduce, big, yeah.
To be fair, Alan is already enlarge, reduce, big. If you've ever watched the scene where King Kong is scratching his ass under a waterfall, you've seen Alan doing performance capture.
Yep.
So, he is King Kong. He is all sorts of crazy big creatures doing mocap work out there. So, you've already seen him be large.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a me.
That's a you. Very cool. Very cool. So, like and subscribe. People, go do the thing. Love you.
Yeah.
Erica, where can we find you? What are you up to? What else do you do?
I don't do too much. I dance. That's about it. I have a cosplay account that I kind of ad hoc throw things into. So, if you're at Spring into Tawa, you may have seen me help out with the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation last weekend. Pro tip, wear sunblock when wearing cosplay because you get funky tan lines. That's it.
True.
I had a blast. Thank you so much for tonight. It's fantastic and amazing players.
Thank you for coming
Thank you.
along. It's very fun. I really enjoyed Hatter. The bunny barb. It was very good.
Yeah,
It got way more chaotic than I anticipated, so that was fun.
I told you guys in running for Chaos Crew. I told you. All right. Last but very much not least, it's our very own Twitch moderator, Amy. Tell us where to follow you, dude.
Oh my gosh, all over the place. Yeah, you don't have to praise me. That's kind of weird. But yes, I am Amy Ward Art. I am all over the place as Amy Ward Art in most places. Primarily on here on Twitch. I stream 3 times a week when I'm not knocked out with COVID or physical health issues. And yeah, it's just a good chill, safe space. If you're ever looking for that little glittery bubble on the internet to chill out, relax, and feel safe in, that's what we do while I colour in pretty pictures.
It's actually so relaxing to just watch Amy make the colouring in pages, just such beautiful art. And just having it on in the background while I'm working away on stuff is just like wholesome content. So cannot recommend enough. Also, Amy did our little, like, you can see the little banner on the bottom of our Twitch stream today and all of that.
Cute.
It's very cute. So Amy does a lot of stuff for us and a lot more to come. We've got secrets in the pipeline too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy does
something today.
Yeah, Amy does some cool stuff for Fate of Isen. We love her. I should pay her, but
it's fine. I'm happy to help out a friend, and the friend is awesome, and I'm just so glad. Like, I didn't want to say when Jules announced that this was happening, but it's like, oh my god, I really want to play, because I've never, despite our years of helping and being on projects together, I've never had DM Jules, so it was a real honour to finally have you as a DM.
Super great, honestly. So let's close this up with the usual kind of thing. Thank you so much for coming on by. A big shout out to our Faties who we do this for and just give us so much love back on Patreon. We literally could not do this without you, because you pay for the Riverside and the this and the that. So, you know, we love everything that you allow us to do. The list is long, and we usually do a little dancey thing to it. So, Alex White Robinson, Irene Cucci, Laura Kristen Goodwin, Sam Malcolm, Kai Falls, Kai Dealer, Victoria and Gavin Porter, Daniel Nichols, Violet, Squish the Guy Who Doesn't Talk in an Audio-Only Podcast, Alexander Litkites, Andrew Evans, Case the Fox, Kahuda Szymanski, Sean's Uncle Fingers McGee, Jared from Indie Film Review Podcast, Ezekiel Tabarelli, The Gamatron, Christian H, Sam Sarah, Disturb1NZ, Lyndon Hood, hashtag Paul Smells, Erica Jane, Steffi James is awesome, Penny D from The Terrible Adventures of Janice Breakfast Podcast, and Aaron Gilgren, Bourbon McLean, Moji, Torgy Barkhide, Danielle, the Tea Lady of the Tea, Liquor Witch, and Liz from Movie Reviews and 20 Qs. Okay, that is the list. Thank you to all of our Patreons. We love you. And with that said, a big, we usually say this together on every Eisen episode. We say, and that's the end of the episode, all together in a big unison. Okay, are you ready? And that's the end of the episode. E nohora, ka kite ano, and aroha nui. Goodbye, we will see you again soon, and we love you so much. Goodbye!
Bye! Ka kite!